Raider Nation, let's freaking go. The Las Vegas Raiders have hired Antonio Pierce. And if you want to show the coach a little bit of love, spam some APs down below. I'll tell you this right now, man. I have not been this excited. I have not been this proud of Mark Davis. I haven't been this happy to be a Raider fan in a very long time. 2 years ago, I stepped up here onto this podium and said Josh McDaniels is the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. And I feel like every single person from the nation, their heart broke in half a little bit. So if you want to shout out here on the Raiders Report, if y'all are trying to get a little bit wet and wild, get your drinking pants on, buckle the hell up because we are going to celebrate the hell out of this. I could not be more happy. I need some APs going down below. I already see we got over 2,000 people here in the building, and I'm telling you what, there's a lot of news to cover. We're going to get into the latest around Antonio Pierce. Right now, Champ Kelly is meeting with the Raiders as it stands. The Las Vegas Raiders have already said bon voyage to Bo Hardegree, and they are expected to move on from majority of that offensive side of the football. It is expected that they are going to keep majority of the defensive side of the football. Also, as predicted here on the Raiders Report, I said watch out for a name in Marvin Lewis, and it was just reported by Tom Pelissero that it is expected that Marvin Lewis is going to be joining the Las Vegas Raiders. Lewis, Antonio Pierce, they have their ties together from back in the day at Arizona State. So if you guys all already know, click that like button. Let's get some APs going, and let's have one hell of a day because I don't know about you. I am one happy individual. I already see a few people like Patrick B., Blue Richards, Mike Jr. Garcia. What up, Adam Billings, Chevy Blue? I see my man Longs On. We have done this show for a long time, man. I had to rep the two godfathers, Longs On and Raider Ron, here on the Raiders Report. If you want to get your questions, you want to get the show going, don't be afraid to super chat. You want to bang it, the $100 super chat, we're going to bang it the hell out. But what I will end up doing here is we're going to go through all the super chats, don't you worry, and then we will get in to the news of why you're here. I'm going to give you a whole rundown, and then as long as y'all want to keep this party going, as long as you want to keep talking about Antonio Pierce, we can keep this thing going. My plan as it stands right now is probably going to be around 90 minutes, 2 hours. I'll be live. If you want me to stay live longer, I will. If you want me to leave after 30 minutes, guess what? I'm going to do that. But if you wanted the Raiders to hire Antonio Pierce, spam AP and click that like button. As promised, when breaking news happens, this is why you subscribe to the Raiders Report. All right, man, can we roll through some supers? Then let's get into some breaking news here because I see a lot of people out there that want to bang. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, buckle it the hell up here. We got 3,000 people watching the Raiders Report right now, and I see a lot of friendly faces here. The first one, which unfortunately, Patrick B. and Nico Laz, they sent it in, I believe, a little bit too early. No, you think we got him? All right, let's go to those first two, man. Let's go to those first two. This is awesome. I saw this when I was on my way, actually heading in my Uber. Patrick B. Bang! What's up, John Hall? He's shouting out Raiders from the rooftop. Love to see it. Nicolas Bang! Let's go, nation. I am a proud member here of the Raiders Report. John Hall, he's showing his excitement. John, it's all love. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm going to do some beer bongs today, but let's go through some of these. Adrian, haven't been this happy, about to hire a 27-year fan. I mean, you're seeing a lot of those type of reactions because of what the Raiders did the previous time. You decided to go in a completely different direction. You decided to go in Josh McDaniels. Nobody wanted the Patriot way, but you listened to your players. Justin Evgen Bang! It's about damn time, Mark. It's about damn time. Oscar Meza, we did it, y'all. Let's go. Shout out to AP. And I got to give a beer bong here to a lot of members of Mount Raidermore. But the reason why I F with all of y'all is because there were two people that helped really grow this show when we were back at 5,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. And one of them is right here, David Azon Bang! Hey, man. If you want a shout out here on the Raiders Report, I got Chip here in the building. He's going to give some shout outs. If you see AP down below, let's get this thing up and popping.
Let's go. Spam it up, spam those APs, baby. I'm a threat. West Coast Spartan, Michael, Kevin. Keep them coming. We got Cloud, Queen, Sarah Otto, Johnny, Venom. Let's go, baby. The day is here.
It is also important to note, despite the fact that Champ Kelly is right now in the same building with the Raiders, it's also important to note that it has been confirmed by Vincent Bonsignore that Antonio Pierce's agent is the same agent as Ed Dodd. So everybody that thought, hey, this is going to be AP and it's going to be Ed and Champ Kelly, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm thinking, though, we might end up getting something of whether it's Ed Dodds or Champ Kelly. Mario, so happy. Gonna go put on my Raiders gear, man. I had Raiders gear on all day. I was ready to go. Carlos, bang. AP, finally my head coach. Raiders. What's up, Max? What's up, Mask? May I get a shout out for the Raiders Rundown YouTube channel? If people could take the effort to search and sub to them, they're small but growing and need the nation's support. If you want to go show one of the OGs here on this show, Mask, a little bit of love, hey, don't be afraid to do it. Neckard Irishman! Bang! He's talking about getting the offense going. What I want to know from the entire nation down below, if you got a question about quarterback, if you got a question about which potential they're going to roll with OC, let me know down below. What's up, Tuba? AP in the locker room, love it. Give me an OC beastie. Bang! What's up, Tuba? To me, there are a few offensive coordinators that the Las Vegas Raiders could absolutely look at. You could look at a guy like Cliff Kingsbury. You could look at a guy like Shane Waldron. But for me, the top two candidates that I would look at for offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak and Cliff Kingsbury, because you got to be able to bring somebody in that has that offensive side of power, but also has that experience from a head coaching standpoint. Elijah, regardless of next season's record, AP deserves the job. If you're mad at the hire, then you haven't watched enough of Raiders football. I'm going to go through actually on today's show, and I'm going to go through to every single person out there that doesn't think that this was the right hire. I talked about it a lot yesterday of why I was so confident. I'm going to go through today, and I'm going to tell you right now that this was the right hire, and I can promise you that. Let's go to Savage Raider. Let's go, AP. Let's go, AP. Chris Gage all day. Real one for life. Salute to you. If you're a real one here, that means you rock with me every single day. I love the offseason. This is the most excited I have been for a Raiders offseason in a very long time. And if you agree with that, can I get some RO4Ls down below? Drew, bring Rich back to coach special teams. Honestly, I think Rich is probably good where he's at right now with the Green Bay Packers. But I'll tell you this, man, if they wanted to bring back Papa Bisaccia, I would be very, very, very happy. Let's go to King Ching. Let's effing go. A loud Raiders from the rooftop. I got my man Ruthless. It's celebration time. That's my head coach. I got a loud Raiders in the building. Steven, AP. We're going to keep rolling through these. I mean, look how excited Raider Nation is right now. I got Steven, Ruben screaming from the rooftops, getting his Raiders in here. I got my man David Taken. Do you know if they are keeping PG as defensive coordinator? They better. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Keeping Antonio Pierce is just as important as keeping Patrick Graham. Patrick Graham did a phenomenal job getting this defense from being terrible to good to great, and then with AP, they went to elite. With Patrick Graham and Antonio Pierce, the final games of the season, the final 9, they allowed 16 points per game, which was best in the NFL. Eric Jones, AB, baby. Now we need to sell the farm and get Jaden Daniels. We'll talk about what I would do from here on out if I was the Las Vegas Raiders, but this is going to be fun. It is officially official, though, by the way. The Las Vegas Raiders and Antonio Pierce have finalized their deal, and he is the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. What up, Real Cowboy? Josina Anderson is reporting, yes, we talked about this maybe about 10 minutes ago. Champ Kelly is also meeting with the Raiders. It could be a double hire, but remember, Antonio Pierce's agent is the same agent as Ed Dodds. What up, Mount Raidermore? John Borelli. AP, let's go. We finally made a good move at head coach. Shout out to Mr. Borelli. Antonio Ruiz, hell yeah. What's up, Antonio? Woody VN. Not 21 yet, but today I'm going to act like it. Drink some root beer, go get some milk, go get some water. You didn't hear that from me. James, what's up, James Moore? It's about damn time. It's about damn time. Miggy Camacho, I salute you, my future bodyguard one day. Miggy, AP all day. This is the Raiders way. Cheers to the nation. And my brother Mitch. Miggy, you know us all love my man. Garrett Young, son of a Bisaccia, they actually did it. I'm stealing the hell out of that. They listened to us again. Raiders, Raider Nation for life. Derek Garcia, home run with AP. Need to go back-to-back now with OC. So here's what's going to end up happening on the Raiders Report. I'm going to go through all the latest news. I'm going to go through everything that you need to know around the Raiders, around Antonio Pierce right now. We're going to make a quick cut, about 12, 15 minutes of it. I'll tell you about one of our awesome sponsors in that cut on top of it. And there is a special MVP prize for whoever bangs the most on today's show. Right now we got a little bit of a 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, 6-way race, which is usually just how the nation likes it. You can find it in photo. It's a jersey, so it'll say hired AP. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty hyped up about it, which I'll end up signing if you guys want. I'll send it out to whoever's the MVP of today's show. But bottom line is this. The reason why there's just this much excitement going on is because of the bullshit, the whirlwind, the Josh McDaniels headache that this team went through for the past 2 years. And now being at where we are at now, there are 4,000 people here. Imagine standing in a room with 4,000 Raider fans having a freaking hell of a time. If you're happy that Antonio Pierce was hired, click that like button. So today, the MVP is getting this jersey. Hired AP, number 24. Whoever bangs the most, you, my friend, are going to get probably the first ever hired AP jersey. I don't know about you. I would think this would be pretty effing awesome to rock around. The only jerseys that I'm probably going to rock today, I'm just being honest with y'all, Raider Ron, David Zahn, to Ron and Zahn. I'm not doing any boots today. I might try to do one at the very end. I got a lot of beer bongs to get through, and I promise you this, as soon as I get done with this cut here, okay, I am going to turn it up. I'm just trying to stay a little bit safer before we get into the actual shenanigans. What do you say? All right, so today's live show sponsor is Prize Picks. And for those that do not know, Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports app out there. You can go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and make sure that you use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. My picks for the playoff games on Saturday: Brock Purdy, less than 265.5 passing yards. CJ Stroud, more than 245.5 passing yards. George Kittle, more than 52.5 receiving yards. Bottom line is this: if you want to go get started, it's quick withdrawals, easy gameplay. Pick 2+ players, choose more or less. That link is going to be available to y'all down in the comments and down in the description of today's show. Shout out to Prize Picks for showing out for Raider Nation. Let's go to some more super chats here. I got Raider Muerte and Chip. If somebody bangs, we put them into the front. Sound good? Raider Muerte sending in the good vibes. This next name here, man, is an OG in these streets. Nathan Wolf Bang! What's up, Nathan? Hell yeah, buddy. Was in the hot tub in 30 degrees and snow in Virginia. Sick brag, bro. Just jumped out, put on the live when I got the news in our bar basement. Sick bag, bro. TV, not a shot for the Raiders glass. Thanks for the update, fam. Well, Mr. Wolf, maybe one day we can have a drink together, and hopefully with the entire nation, we can have a drink all together. There's a chance I might be out there for the actual Super Bowl. The actual Super Bowl, and there's a chance that, guess what? We might be partying together on Super Bowl Sunday. Let's go to one of the interesting names here on this show, Tasty Midget. Reaction if AP stays with AOC as his quarterback. It's the wrong move. You cannot afford to stay with Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. And I don't know if you guys heard Davante Adams talking yesterday. He was really, really hyping up Jaden Daniels. If you're the Raiders, considering the fact that you ignored what Davante said, what Josh Jacobs said last year, you can't ignore that anymore. Jacobs this week said that if it's Antonio Pierce, he's down to make it any way possible. That sounds like to me he's willing to take a little bit of a cheaper deal to be rocking that silver and black. Justine, Forward. That's right, baby. We're moving forward. Hell yeah. And you know what, y'all? One of the things that I love to do on this show is I love to do 50-50 raffle. So if you don't already know, let's get a 50-50 raffle going. And I want it to be, I'm telling you right now, the biggest 50-50 raffle that we have ever done on this show. And I mean the biggest 50-50 raffle that we've ever done. Let's do 50. We're going to do $50 50-50 raffle. So if you want a chance to win a little bit of money, you can scan this QR code. Send me 50 right now. And at the very end of today's show, we're going to do a 50-50 raffle. And I'm just going to check right now. I'm looking at my Venmo as it stands. I got $480 in my Venmo, Chip. I'm putting all 480 in this Venmo race. So whoever wins, you're getting an extra cherry on top. Let's call it $500. You're going to get an extra $500. So if you want a chance to win a little bit of money today, I'm adding $500 of my own money into this 50-50 raffle. Let's freaking ride, man. What's up, Michael Shaw? Hell yeah, AP. Hell freaking yeah, man. That's why we're live. We're going to keep this thing rocking and rolling. And Chip, I did just get a message here on Venmo. So just give me one quick second. Oh, man, what a day. What a day to be alive. What a day to be a Raider fan. If you're a proud Raider fan right now, spam me down below. Let's show some love to AP. I see 07 Hot Dog, Crucified, Renee Rodriguez, Danny Boy. What's up, Robson City, Deshaun? I see Giovanni down there in the chat. Willie Wonka's been an OG. Edward Hancock, Eddie Perez, Robert Jansen, NY Raider fan. What's up? I'm a threat. Edward Hancock, Mark. I see all of y'all spamming AP down below. Let's go to Akira Wolf 209. I knew AP was our coach. We chanted AP after we beat the Broncos. And I mean, you just don't see very often coaches being able to connect with their fan base, coaches being able to connect with players. And, you know, a lot of people want to talk about maybe Jim Harbaugh had the better resume. He did have the better resume. Mike Vrabel might have had the better resume. He did have the better resume. But you know what? The person that was the most qualified for this job, and the only job that I care about is this job, was Antonio Pierce. Players are going to be trying to become a part of what the Raiders are doing. Not only is it the taxes, not only is it the money aspect of it, but it's the fact that, you know what, this guy's going to listen to us. Not only was he once a player, he was also a pretty damn good player and a Super Bowl champion that beat the New England Patriots. This one's rolling in from Ryan Campbell. Bang! What's up, Campbell? What's up, my brother? What's up to the entire nation? Chip, this is what I want to do. I want to get into our Raiders cut here. I'm going to take back this beer bong. We're going to get into some actual Raiders content. And then if you're ready to get turned up with the nation, let's go, man. Let's get this thing going. Let's celebrate it for AP. I've been told by people very close to Mark Davis, and Graf has said it before as well. A bunch of Raiders content creators have said it before. The Raiders watch our video. Davante Adams on his press conference video when he got announced into Raider Nation, he said that he watched the show on YouTube and they went nuts. I like to believe that that was me. I like to believe that Antonio Pierce is going to see what we do today. AP, man, anytime you want to pull up on this show, please let me know. Anytime you want to pull up on this show, you let me know. Hell, somebody the other day asked, Mitch, what would it take again for you to do another 24-hour live stream? I don't know if I would ever do 24 hours again, but AP, if you pull up here, I'll go live for 12. I'll go live for 12 hours.
You heard it here, AP.
Hit that like button right now. I got a beer bong to do. If you want your questions and comments on the show, we're going to go through every single super chat that we get on today's show. Use hashtag Raiders or super chat. I'm going to knock this back. Then we're going to get into the breaking news. And then I hope you guys are ready. Who's ready? You ready? Chip, can you give a few shout-outs from me, my brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mario, Bill, Jimmy, all typing AP. Like the video if you agree with the hire. Big time day is here. Just Tigo, Joseph, Kevin, CT Rome, Queen Sarah Otto, Ghost. Keep them going, baby. Who's ready? Who's ready to talk some AP, man?
I don't know about you. I am very, very ready to talk a little bit here about Antonio Pierce. So here's what's going to happen over the next 15 minutes. I'm going to get into the latest news. I might bang once or twice if you guys want to be in the cut just because we're excited. F it. I almost dropped one. Let's mess around a little bit. The only word I will never try to drop on here is the F-bomb. It's the only word my mom does not like. So to the 4,000 people right now, Mark Davis did it. You know why he did it? Because of all of y'all. He did it because of all of y'all. We got Josh McDaniels fired. The reason why I love this show is because if you've ever felt like that your voice is never heard, one Raider fan, yeah, you might not be heard. One Raider fan carrying a higher AP sign might not be heard. But when you get 4,000 people, that turns into 160,000 subscribers. That turns into 2 million people. It just carries and carries and carries. When we're together, we're pretty damn loud, man. I've rocked in the Coliseum before. If you've been to Oakland, if you've rocked in the Coliseum, let's give a shout out to OAK, man. I missed the hell out of that place. Coming up right now, the latest here around Antonio Pierce and the Las Vegas Raiders. Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report. We got some breaking news that all of us are very happy that has finally happened. The Las Vegas Raiders have just hired Antonio Pierce to be their head coach. If you don't watch this video and you don't spam AP, shame on you. This is probably the happiest I have been as a Raider fan. This day reminds me of when the Raiders traded for Davante Adams. This day reminds me of when Derek Carr held up the timeout for us to get into the playoffs. This day reminds me of my very first live show here on the Raiders Report. This is the proudest I have been in a very long time. Mark Davis, I'm going to give you a round of applause. You did the right thing, Mark. But this day, man, today's about Antonio Pierce. Today's day is about Raider Nation. Today's day about those players. Why? Because Mark Davis made the right hire. The news came in from Adam Schefter. Raiders are working to finalize the deal to hire Antonio Pierce. This happened about an hour ago. I will say now, this deal is officially done. Antonio Pierce is the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. On top of that, there's some other rumblings going on around Champ Kelly. There's some other rumblings going on around the Raiders offense in general, because when you bring in a guy like AP and he does a lot with the offensive side of the football, or the defensive side of the football, I'm hoping this means that they're going to end up keeping Patrick Graham, because if you can end up keeping Patrick Graham, then this whole side of the football is really going to get together. Now, it is critical that he hires the right offensive coordinator, and this needs to be one of the big-time next moves. Now, as it stands right now, we do not know who the general manager is. However, as I am recording this video, Champ Kelly is sitting down and meeting with the Raiders right now as it speaks. It is also important to note that Antonio Pierce's agent is also Ed Dodds' agent. And it's been well documented, that it's been well reported that just because Pierce has been hired does not mean that Champ Kelly is a slam dunk to get it. I'll admit, if I was a man at Vegas right now and somebody came up to me or whatever, life on the line, gun to my head and said, who's going to be the Raiders GM? Guess what I'm saying? I'm going to end up saying that it's going to end up being Champ Kelly. So Antonio Pierce is the news, though. This is where the Raiders ended up going. And on top of that, the Las Vegas Raiders have also decided to move on from Bo Hardegree, their offensive coordinator. We'll talk about a little bit later on in the show why I like to hire, maybe some OCs that I would potentially target. But what the Raiders report about is this. It is about y'all, okay? Let's say that through and through. Raider Nation, I love y'all to the moon and back. We freaking go crazy on this show. We rock with each other, and I appreciate the hell out of that. But this show is designed to give all y'all a voice. So here we go. Let's give Mark Davis a grade. Here's your opportunity to do it. I gave Mark Davis a big old fat F when he hired Josh McDaniels. I hated it. I felt like I was the president of the Fire Josh McDaniels club. Hell, there were nights I'd go to bed and I'd just be, fire Josh McDaniels, fire Josh McDaniels. I mean, it was insane to me. Today, though, you can see the excitement. Today is a weight off my shoulders. They made the right move. Today's pinned comment on today's show is this. Grade the hiring of Antonio Pierce. What I want you to do is be honest. Family here, we always got to be honest. If you want to give it a B, tell me why. If you want to give it a C, tell me why. You want to give it a D, tell me why. You want to give it an F, tell me why. For me personally, this is an A freaking plus for the Las Vegas Raiders. And coming up here a little bit later on today's show, I'm going to tell you exactly why. But hey, pin comment, scroll on down. You're about to get hit with the YouTube ad break and let me know. All right, y'all, let's get in here to some awesome quotes from some of the big-time players from the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think one of the biggest reasons why Mark Davis had to listen was because not only was Raider Nation screaming for AP, not only was AP's resume good enough to get him the job, but when you got a player like Davante Adams that says he embodies what it means to be a Raider and that mentality, that swag, and all things that he endorses and the things that I believe in. Maxx Crosby, the face of the Raiders franchise. There's only 32 head coaches in the whole world, so you've got to find a leader of men. And when you've got one of them in the building, I don't know why you would let them go. Here's what Josh Jacobs had to say, who's going to be a free agent. With AP, I am definitely 100% in, however it looks, whatever it looks like. I'm telling you this right now. If a player like Josh Jacobs signs a team-friendly deal to join the Las Vegas Raiders, he will not be the only one that follows. It is contagious, and when players start taking team-friendly deals to play with head coaches, guess what ends up happening? People start hitting up a guy like Josh Jacobs. People start hitting up other players, and they're saying, why are you willing to take less money to work with a head coach like this? You know what they're going to say? That's how much I believe in this guy. Like, money talks. Like, let's be real for a second. You can have a player that says one thing. You can have a GM that says one thing. You can have a head coach that says one thing. But when somebody makes an action of doing like, I'm willing to take less money to stay here, that's the loudest statement that you can make. And if Jacobs ends up doing that, I'm telling you right now, he's not going to be the only player. But one of the reasons why I want the Raiders and I want the nation to believe in AP is with Antonio Pierce and Patrick Graham, the Raiders allowed 16.0 points per game in the NFL together, the final 9 games. That's number 1 in the NFL. Las Vegas spent the second least amount of money on the defensive side of the football. Now, imagine you do all this type of shit, right? And yet, you're still running a Josh McDaniels type of offense. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, Mitch, the Raiders, they played a bunch of backup quarterbacks. Everybody did. There was like 66 starting quarterbacks in the NFL this season. Only 9 started every single game. So don't hit me with the backup QB bullshit. Pierce, he took over a Josh McDaniels team and went 5-4 with them. Think about what the Raiders looked like after the 30-12 loss to Tyson Bagent and the Bears, to the 26-14 loss to the Detroit Lions. Think about the losses last season. You blew 5, 10-point leads. Think about the state of the nation and where they're at. And then to have that quick turnaround, you go 3-1 against the AFC West. You beat the Chiefs on Christmas. And not only did you beat them, you embarrassed Patrick Mahomes. Then you got to think about, all right, so we have a great defense. Who out there believes in defense wins championships? I do. Hello. This is also the least penalized team in the NFL. 75 penalties for the entire season. And 2 out of the 9 games that AP coached the Raiders had 0 penalties. Las Vegas Raiders were only the 7th team since 1960 to have 2 games in the regular season with 0 penalties. So great football on the defensive side, a team that rallies behind their leader and their discipline. There's a lot of parents watching right now saying, should I give my kids to Antonio Pierce? Hell, AP, if you want to babysit Chuck and teach him a few things, please don't be afraid and go for it. Then other reasons here. You got Maxx Crosby willing to say that he wants to be, or was willing to say, I would have to leave everything on the table if AP is not retained. We know Maxx Crosby is the definition of what a Raider is. Guy's got it tatted on his body. Hell, I got it tatted on my body. You got Davante Adams that says he wants Antonio Pierce. The fact that players were reaching out to reporters like Hondo Carpenter, the fact that players were reaching out to content creators like myself. I had a few Raiders players reach out to me and say, hey, Mitch, you got to get hashtag hire AP going. Graphic had it. Wasted had it. A lot of Raiders content creators had it. When you pile all that up, it shows how important Antonio Pierce is to this team, to the players, and to Raider Nation. So let me know, what is your one-word reaction to the Raiders hiring Antonio Pierce? Let me know what y'all are thinking down below. That one-word reaction to the Raiders hiring Antonio Pierce. For me, my one-word reaction is believe. I believe again. And the reason why I say again is because, no disrespect, I've put out a video on this show for 3 years, man, right? for 3 years every single day, and I take a lot of pride in what I do here at this job. I take a lot of pride in what Chat Sports does, right? I mean, shout out to Chip for pulling up today. He doesn't even do this show, but guess what? That's what Chat Sports is about. It's a family, just like Raider Nation. It's a family, and to me, the reason why I believe again is because I never believed in Josh McDaniels. Like, I will always root for the Raiders. I would never root for the Raiders to not succeed. I didn't believe in Derek Carr. That still doesn't mean I didn't root for the guy. To me, though, I finally believe that we have a chance to do something great. You can't be the Raiders and have a mantra of just win, baby. You can't be the Raiders and have a mantra of commitment to excellence, and yet you bring in a guy like Josh McDaniels. Well, guess what? Now you can. Not only can you have just win, baby. Not only can you have commitment to excellence, you can also pull up, smoking a cigar, listening to NWA, and keeping this thing rolling. Shout out to Antonio Pierce and Mark Davis making the right decision. But hey, man, I got to give a shout out to today's sponsor. Let's go, Prize Picks. And if anybody wants to get started, hey, man, it's the #1 daily fantasy sports app out there. I think they do a amazing job. It is the #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you got to do is pick 2+ players, choose more or less. And if you want to get started, it is at prizepicks.com/CLNS. And make sure that you use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. My picks for the Saturday games: I'm going to go less on Brock Purdy at 265.5 passing yards. Give me the more on C.J. Stroud at 245.5 and George Kittle 52.5 receiving yards. The more on that. But guess what? In today's day and age, if I could tell you right now you could occupy yourself for $10 and have a chance to win $50, hell, put down 20, have a chance to win 100. You actually have a chance to win up to 25 times your money, okay? Up to 25 times your money. In today's day and age, I'll tell you this right now, you can't occupy yourself for a better deal than that with a chance to win a little bit. And one of the things that I've recently started to do, I'll sit down with Alex, my fiance, we'll watch a game. I'll let her put about $10, $20 of my money, it's all good, down on some players, and then guess what? She wants to watch football. Hey, fellas, you want to get your wife to watch football? Hey, fellas, you want to get your kids to watch football? Hey, fellas, you want to get your family members to watch football with you? Teach them the game. That's what Prize Picks is doing. Not only do you have a chance to win money, you have an opportunity to make awesome memories, because when you see your fiance jumping up and down just for a player to get a few extra yards, that's when you know they're doing something right. And that's why I love Prize Picks. So use that link. It's going to be in the comments. It's going to be in the description of today's show. So to me, now the fact that the Raiders have hired Antonio Pierce, what's next, right? What are their priorities? Because if I was standing next to Mark Davis and I'd say, all right, Mark, you did the right thing. You hired AP. Well, now you got to put out a blueprint, right? Now you got to put out a plan for the nation. Here's the plan for me. You got to either hire Champ Kelly or Ed Dodds. If there's a magical world where I could somehow bring both of these guys in, Mark, do it. I mean, to me, Ed Dodds is actually probably the better general manager. However, Champ Kelly, if they want to ride with him, I trust AP. I trust Maxx Crosby. I trust these players. If Champ Kelly is not retained, remember, if he gets hired elsewhere, the Raiders get 2 third-round comp picks, right? Then you got to hire a great OC. Then you got to keep Patrick Graham, and you need to find a franchise quarterback. For me, there are 4 names right now that I'd be willing to pair with Antonio Pierce. At least here are my top 4 options. And if there's a certain quarterback you want to go with, I might throw in another name like Greg Roman just in case. But my #1 candidate, if you want to go out and get Caleb Williams, it's Cliff Kingsbury. If you want to roll the quarterback, maybe like, I don't know, a Jaden Daniels, Clint Kubiak, Zach Robinson, very intriguing to me. Shane Waldron, the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator, is another name to at least keep in mind, because let's face it, they are going to show some love to maybe some past guys that have been a part of the Raiders. But to me, Cliff Kingsbury, Clint Kubiak, Zach Robinson, these are my top 3 people that I'm going to go out after right now. And I hear a lot of people always saying, well, Mitch, Antonio Pierce didn't have the resume. You're right. He didn't have the resume. But to anybody out there that doesn't believe in this guy, you know what AP reminds me of? AP reminds me of these 5 coaches here. And here's the one thing that freaking drives me up a effing wall. You know what drives me up an effing wall is when people don't give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Like, I look at Antonio Pierce's resume and I say, you know what, you're right. It's not as good as Jim Harbaugh. You know what? It's not as good as Mike Vrabel. It's not as good as a lot of people. But then I look at Antonio Pierce's resume with the Las Vegas Raiders, and here's a fact. The person that was the most qualified to coach this Raiders team was, in fact, Antonio Pierce. You know how I know that? Because Jim Harbaugh didn't coach this team. Mike Vrabel didn't coach this team. I think AP reminds me of Dan Campbell because that guy, his players play for him. He's a tough mother effer. They show up every single day. They play for him. It's easy to show up on game day, but do guys show up for you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? That's where teams go from being good to great to excellent. Mike Tomlin. When Mike Tomlin talks, we listen, right? People listen to Mike Tomlin. Guess what? Maybe it's just because I heard Josh McDaniels say about a million times for the past 2 years. But when Antonio Pierce took the podium, I listened. I would stop what I was doing, and that guy would motivate me. If he can motivate me to run through a wall, if he can motivate y'all to run through a wall, guess what he's doing for those players? Motivating them to run through a wall every single day of the week. D'Amico Ryans, he has that ability to be able to connect with players. You know why? He was a linebacker. He's been a part of it. He's been a part of successful teams as a player and as a coach. Gerard Mayo, very well respected in the NFL circles, and yes, he's taking over for a big name in Bill Belichick. And guess what? They need to be able to rebuild, but he got the job. And then Mike Vrabel. The reason why Mike Vrabel's on this list is because they never had the most talented teams. Let's keep it a buck. They never did. But that team played for him, and this team plays for Antonio Pierce. So if it was up to me, right now we got to build a perfect offseason around Antonio Pierce. You got to keep Patrick Graham as DC. And I'm going to put out a video tomorrow, a little bit more in depth on a lot of these right here. You got to keep your defensive staff. You got to give your OC the keys to the car. You better trade up for a quarterback. And to me, it is Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. You got to cut the fat. Move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. Move on from Hunter Renfrow. You cut both of those players there. You say post June 1st. That's $30 million I'm putting in your pocket. Give extensions to guys that deserve it. If you're going to bring in AP, right, you're going to show that, hey, I believe in this guy. I want to be able to stick to all these players that I believe in too. A guy like Robert Spillane, Trevon Merrick, Marcus Epps. Shout out to Malcolm Kuntz. Give that guy extension. Nate Hobbs. Yes, they all have 1 year left on their deal, but you know what? I want to keep that group together for the next 3 years. I got to build that O-line in free agency. You better sign a big-name defensive tackle. Give me somebody like a Christian Wilkins who has a good relationship with Rob Leonard. Maybe it's a Justin Matabuke who that way you can take a little bit of pressure off Maxx Crosby. You take a little bit of pressure off Tyree Wilson. I know it says don't re-sign Jacobs. However, if Jacobs is willing to stick to his word and take a team-friendly deal, I will change this in a heartbeat. And then you got to draft best player available and continue to get this thing going. So, y'all, I'm live right now here on the Raiders Report. We got over 4,000 people here on this show. Our 50-50 raffle, I'm just going to guess, is probably going to get up to somewhere around over $2,000, maybe $3,000. If you're not watching this live, pull up right now. Pull up right now. I want all of us to get loud. Let's get rowdy. And this is why you subscribe. By the end of today's show, I want to get to 161,000 subscribers. Don't get me wrong. People sending in super chats, I love it. Fires me up. It's like hitting a jackpot and Las Vegas. Give me those 777s. But to the people that can't super chat, you can help out in so many other ways. Hit that like button. Click that share button. Go tell your friends, hey, you know what? I like this Mitchell Renz guy. They do a pretty damn good job. Or the biggest way that you can show love to me, 100% free, is hit that subscribe button, tune into the shows that we do, and let's freaking party. And I'm not talking about a normal party. We're going to party Oakland style. If you've ever partied in Oakland, you'll know what I'm about to do right here. Shout out to AP. Congratulations to you, man. You deserve the job. Let's go. Let's ready the party. All right, y'all, Debbie Cake. So here's what's going to end up happening, y'all. I'm going to roll through a bunch, and I mean a bunch of super chats that have come in. And here's where it gets to be fun. My boss has told me, Mitch, until you get the cut out, which we just did the cut, I need you to calm down on the drinking. Well, now the cut is out, and I'm ready to turn up. So here's my deal to the nation. Every single time somebody bangs $100 super chat, I'm doing a beer bong. I'm doing a beer bong, and I might even be able to get Chip to do a few with me here. Goddamn right, AP Appreciation Day. I'm flipping out at work. I'm going home early and drinking some frickin' Woodson whiskey to celebrate Debbie. I absolutely love it. Landon, God is good, and now the Raiders are. I really like the way that this team is going. I like the direction and the way that this team is headed because I do think that this Raiders team is, in fact, heading in the right direction. Luis Lopez, Pierce will lead the Raiders to a Super Bowl win. Luis, you're the first one to say that on the show. I'm going to save this, and when they do, Luis, I might send you a bang, but that just sounds weird. Shout out to Luis Lopez. What up, Common? Common Raiders! You want a shout out here on the Raiders Report? Spam AP right now, and you know what? I know it just kind of rolled in, but you know what, Raider Trav? I don't freaking care. Raider Trav! Bang! Let's go, Trav. And you know what? I'm not the only one here today. If it wasn't for Chip, I would not have been able to go live. So, Chip, if you want to pull up, you want to have a hell of a day. He wore his Raiders champion shirt. Absolutely love it. My question to the nation out there is this. Should we put Chip in a Raiders jersey? No, there's a lot, though. There's a lot of commotion. Do you want to look at it for me?
What happened?
Do you want to manage it?
Yeah, I'll check that out for you.
There's a lot of commotion going on. I'll refresh. We got to get a few people in a duck race. Yeah, holy tits. We're going to get a few people in a duck race here.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yep, Raider Trav, let's go.
Next bang that comes in, I'm doing a beer bong. Next one that comes in, I'm doing the beer bong. I'm already ready, bro. Oh!
Let's go!
Took mine.
Suck it, Brett. This one's rolling in from Coming Raider. Bang! But wait! Bleed! Silver and black! Bang! Who's doing a beer bong?
We got two.
All right, well,
So I gotta do one now?
let's go. Get up here.
You took my.
Get up here.
That one out.
I didn't grab that.
Haven't
He
been
handed it
this
to me.
excited
He
in
handed
a
it to
long
me.
time. AP done. Also, I actually heard from a source in Las Vegas, Coop. You'll like this. There are right now the Vegas odds on the next team that goes to Vegas. The team with the number one odds that's already in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks.
It won't happen. But yes.
Hey, I can dream. I'd be in, man. Shout out to Coop for pulling up here. I don't know about y'all. What? Yeah, I know. I think we got a few new ones. You're a leaker. I thought you were a Mavs fan. Looks like you're an LA leaker. You're a leaker. We got a bunch of leakers here. That's what happens when you get snipped. You start leaking. What is going on? What is going on here? Are we racing? All right, we can race. I'm down. I'm down to race. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, he's got to get his poured up. What's up, feet? What's up, feet? Well, you know, I mean, you got to call it feet. It's kind of like, I mean, why is it even called a toothbrush, realistically?
Because you brush your teeth.
Oh, that's what I mean. It's not called a toothbrush.
Well, you could brush your teeth.
It needs to be a teeth brush. Needs to be a teeth brush. Let's go.
Oh!
Oscar Meza! Bang! Oh, man. Savage Raider says they're going to be drunk and passed out in the next 15 to 20. Here's the thing, Savage. You don't watch this show very often then. I'll tell you this. I might be pound for pound. I'm up there with Rick from Rick and Morty. I think I got the strongest liver in the galaxy. The strongest liver in the galaxy. So here's what's going to happen. If you could put Oscar up here on screen, I owe Oscar a beer bong. We're going to roll through a bunch of questions here, and then if any other news ends up breaking around Champ Kelly, maybe around the Raiders' next GM, we're going to get this thing up and going, and then I'm going to give you an update on how many people. Wow, I needed that one. That one came from my belly button. I'm going to get into how many people are in our duck race, because I'm telling you right now, somebody's going to go home with about $3,000 today. Somebody's going to go home about $3,000 today. Oscar Meza, I think I already did him an effing bang! Let's go, man. Let's freaking go. All right, Chip, can you give a few shout-outs to some people spamming AP down below Then I'm going to give you an update on how many people are in our 50-50 raffle. Here's the thing, y'all. Whatever you send me on Venmo, I'm probably going to put it into the race unless it's just like an astronomical number.
Let's go. Get those APs going, baby. Let's go. Scott, Hugo, Jacob, Scott again, Ira. Let's go. Jason, Sienna. Woo.
I feel
Keep
good.
going, baby. Monty, Mike, Fonzie, AP.
All right, so like I said before, we're already going. I'm going to put in $500 of my money in this Venmo 50-50 race, and whoever is the MVP of today's show, can you show them what they're going to get real quick here, Chip? Whoever is the MVP of today's show, you're going to go home with a hired AP Raiders jersey. I'm just going to need your size. The only way that this might get interesting is if you need 4XL or above. I'm just telling you right now, okay? I know Raider fans like me, we like to party, we like to have a good time. So if you're above 4XL, you might just have to squeeze into it a little bit. I'm just saying. All right, let me see here real quick. Remember, if you want a chance to win a little bit of money, 50-50 raffle is, oh boy, $50. You scan that QR code. You can Venmo me, add me as a friend, at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's show right now the amount of people that are in this thing. Rob Fravor, you in. Justin Gilbert, in. Nicolas, you in. Salvador Mena, you in. Jose Caldera, in. Steven Underwood, in. So, oh my goodness, and they keep rolling in. If you want to add me as a friend to double confirm, believe me, I get it. That's how I am too with my money. It's all good. Justine Gonzalez, in. I got, Sean Couples, in. Michael Gomez, you in. Chris Stewart, in. Michael Gomez, in again. Then I see Jeff Chaparro, in. We got, I'm going to say Croy. Oh, man, here's where you guys are going to see I'm super dyslexic. Croy Fries, in. Nicholas Bell, in. Steve, okay, I need a little extra money. Tuba Conrad, in. Robert Scott, in. Trivan, you in twice. What's up, Trivan? I miss you, my man. Tess Becker, in. Matt Faluhi, in. Matt Faluhi again, in. Zahn, are you effing kidding me, man? I'm going to put Zahn in, and then I'm going to show you guys what David Zahn just did. Bottom line is this. You got to put this on the rest of the show. That's for you. Holy shit, Zahn. Everybody right now, spam David Zahn because he just effed this whole thing up. Spam David Zahn. He just effed this whole thing up. That's what Mount Raider Moore. I mean, you got to be shitting me, Zahn. You got to be absolutely shitting me, Zahn. He broke the whole thing. He broke the whole thing. Cameron, you keep asking me to pay you. That's not quite how this whole thing works. It's a good try, though. Joshua, you in. It's a 50 to get in. Jamari, you in. Then I see Isidro, in. Joshua Garcia, in. The Great Tuna, who won his first race the other day, you in. Daniel Jimenez, in. I see Nathan Wolf, in. James Guevara, in. Chad Barada, in. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, don't stop.
Steve, okay. You in. Edwin Gomez, you in. Porn Lax, I think that's literally the name. Gonzalez, in. Amanda Garcia, in. If you're wondering what the hell are you in for, it's this right here. It's what you see on screen, man. Greg Spruce, in. I'm going to refresh my phone one more time here. This RN4L, in. Steven, I'm sorry, I already forget how to pronounce your last name. Manuel Ruiz in. Ali Marie in. Angel Munoz in. Bryce, Benedict. Also, your last names are probably going to be spelled wrong. I'm just going to warn you right now that your last names are not going to be spelled correctly. Jen Smith in. Steve OK, you in again. Jason Martinez in. Nathan Wolf, you in again. All right, here we go. I think I got it all caught up. Julio Calabero in. All right, I got a few people asking me to be friends. Hang on, let me go through all these. Shout out to all the real ones in the chat, man. Confirm with Angel, confirm with Steven, confirm with Jason, Bryce, Joshua, Croy Fries, Robert Reeves, Michael. We got 3,000 people here in the building. If you're happy that the Raiders hired Antonio Pierce, man, hit that like button, because I literally feel like there is a huge, and I mean huge, weight off my shoulders. Also, it was just reported that Jim Harbaugh, apparently he's on TV right now, and Jim Harbaugh just said there will be a passing of the torch at Michigan.
No way.
Yes, look at Dobbs' last tweet. Jim Harbaugh says there will be passing of the torch. I think he might be going to the NFL, y'all. All right, y'all. I got to tell you what David Zahn did, all right? And I said, son of a gun, I said I wouldn't do a boot, but you know what? I think we got to do a boot, Chip. I'm going to do a boot. I'm going to do a boot for Zahn here. It's going to get a little bit messy. It's going to get a little bit messy. All right. It's going to get a little bit messy. I'm just going to warn you right now. Petey, can you get a boot? I need a Zahn milkshake. 3 Bud Lights. Zahn milkshake. I need one. I need a Zahn milkshake. ASAP Rocky. Wait until I get the boot, and then we'll show it. Get my Raider boot. Get my Raider boot. All right, wait a minute. I got a few more people here getting into this race real quick here. Just so you know, whoever wins this race, somebody's going to be able to pay rent for like maybe 6 months. I'm not even kidding you. Cody Wilson in. Duncan Yukon. Well, yes.
Yeah, how we normally do boots?
Yes. Miguel Ramirez in. Robert Torres in. Carlos Munguia in. You know what? I'm going to add myself in because I put my money, but here's the thing. If I win, whoever comes in second place, you're still going to get the money. I just want to see how many people beat me. Giggity. Mitchell Renz, you in. I won't take the money. Though it's going to be tempting. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to do that to y'all. All right, I'm going to refresh one more time here. You got to be shitting me. Godzilla in. Terry Parkinson in. Will Gay in. Croy Falls in. Ryan Bass, you in. All right, I'm going to try to do quick math here. Brett, you're the math guy. 60 times 50. 3,000 divided by 2, 1,500, which means the winner of this race, $2,000 right now. Yeah, that one was easy. I'm not going to lie. That one was a little easier than what I thought. So right now, the winner in our 50-50 raffle, it's a $50 Venmo to get in. You'd win $2,000. I need a Zahn milkshake right now. I need a Zahn milkshake. Now, this duck race that we're going to do at the very, very end of the show, as it stands right now, it is $50 to win $2,000. I'm just telling you right now, there's not many opportunities in life that give you a chance for $50 to win over, I just got another, over $2,000. I love y'all to the end of the moon and back. If we get to 161,000 subscribers today, if we get to 161,000 subscribers today, I'm going to get somebody out there to do a boot. Somebody out there is going to do a boot. Oh, man. Hang on a second. There's certain things in life. You know what, Chip? Push it, and I want you to hit it. You got the jersey on. You got the jersey on. If you don't spam Zon, you better get the hell out of here.
Zon!
Because this one's rolling in from David Zon. Hit it. Hit it. David Zon. Let's go. If you want a shout out here on the Raiders Report, spam David Zon right now. Let's go. Somebody just said you look like my twin. I always thought I was more of a Ruffles guy, but you know what? It is what it is. We got 3,100 people here in the chat. I got 3,100 people here in the chat. Good luck trying to beat David Zon. If you want to get the MVP of today's show, right now Zon's at 1,100. He's in first place for our hired AP jersey. If you want to take that down, good luck. Good luck taking that down. And also, with this, that what he just did there, that's 11 bangs. I want to say that Zon right now, he's close to Justin Abgen for our January bang race. I'm not doing any math today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it on my off day. But we are doing a January bang race on top of that with another special prize. Today's going to get a little bit weird, man. Today's going to get a little bit weird, man. All right, I need you to give some shout-outs to Zon. I think Coop gave me the coldest boot that I've ever received in my entire career here. My eyes are going to be watering. I'm just going to warn you right now. My eyes are going to be watering. And then we're going to go through all the super chats that happened on today's show. I'm going to tell you more people that are in. We got a lot of supers to get to. And first off is this. Thank you, everybody that takes time out of their day when they see Raiders news, that people that say, I want to know what Mitch does. That means that, that's the biggest thank you that I could ever say. So we will go through every single question. If you got a question, you got a comment, super chat, get it up here. Think of it almost as Fast Pass at Disney. When there's a bunch of people at Disney, you can wait in line with hashtag Raiders, or you can skip it, Fast Pass, Super Chat. Bigger the super, the quicker it gets up on screen. That's just me being honest with y'all. Zon, I know you're watching. You know I love you. You know we text all the time. You know we DM on IG. Believe me when I tell you this, man. We would not be where we are at today if it wasn't for you and Ron. And for that, will always be in your debt. I hope that we get to drink together in person together soon. I hope that we get to hang out together soon. It was 2 years ago. I went to my buddy's bachelor party, and on my trip to my buddy's bachelor party, Zon and I partied it up, and if you think he's crazy on here, you should see him in person. It's worse. It's much worse. He bought a whole round for the entire bar. That's an absolute legend right there. All right, y'all. I want to see some Zons down below. I got a boot to do. Chip's going to give some shout-outs.
Let's go. Get those Zons in the chat. Let's go. David, Queen Serrato, Jay Smooth, Chad, Willie Wonka in the chat, Jimmy, Devin, Kevin, Scott. Let's go. Mitch taking it down. Let's go, Zon. Robert, Peter, Mike, Kevin, Kyle, Amanda, Jimmy Hull, Rustin, Oscar, Scott. Woo!
Oh, my God.
Like a champ, baby.
Coop, put the boot in the microwave next time. Oh, my Lord. That was fresh out of the freezer. Holy tits. Holy tits. Zon, it's all love, my man. Zon, it's all love, my man. I'll tell you this right now, though. If frickin' Ron gets here, it's not going to be good for me. If Ron gets here, this shit's about to hit the fan. Oh, man, this shit's about to hit the fan. All right, let's keep this thing going. We got a bunch of supers to get through here. And if any more Raiders news ends up going down, you already know, man. You already know. We got you covered. Let's go to Jason Weber. Today is a good day. Mark Davis is establishing continuity. Love the smash mouth style that AP brings. It's old school Raiders type of football. Also, this one came in about 40 minutes ago. So I'm just telling you now, we got a long list of supers to go through. Real Cowboy. Tuck roll anniversary. You're right. 22 years ago today, the tuck roll happened. You know, it's a great way to say F you to Tom Brady because Brady was trying to talk to Davis and getting Mike Vrabel. I almost wonder if they tried to hire Antonio Pierce on the anniversary of the tuck roll. I really do. I'm actually ashamed of myself that I didn't do more homework to know that today was the 22nd anniversary of it. Because if you would have told me that, I'd been like, shit, maybe they're waiting to do it today, man. Shout out to you, Real Cowboy. Let's go to Taylor Made Dad. And if you send in a hundo, I'll tell you this right now, you will skip the line. You will go to the front. You send in a hundo, you skip the line. So happy Davis got this right. I was concerned with Brady in his ear. This feels like a whole new era for the Raiders. This is the most looking forward to a Raiders offseason that I have been a part of in a long time. To me, the Raiders have the salary cap space. They have the draft capital. You have the opportunity to go get yourself a franchise quarterback. You have yourself a hell of a defense. All you need, to me, get a good OC, get a good quarterback. There's your fix. Let's go to Philip Brown. There is absolutely the start of this rebirth for the nation. Finally, hope is visible. Like, to me, when people would say, I don't care that Antonio Pierce was born a Raider fan. I don't care that Antonio Pierce is from Compton. And I'll tell you this right now, like when I would hear people say, oh, the only reason why he's getting hired is because the Raiders are smoking cigars, they're listening to NWA, they're rolling up and, you know, I don't want to hear that. Like, Antonio Pierce earned this job. Like, for people that watch the Raiders religiously this season, I get it. There are certain fans, and then there are people that bleed silver and black. And the people that bleed silver and black are the type of people that, to me, in my opinion, if you're watching the Raiders report in May, June, and July, those are my type of people, right? It's like, it's kind of an addiction, which I get because I'm obsessed with this team, more obsessed with the fan base, more obsessed with what we do here. But, like, those were the type of people that saw what Antonio Pierce was able to do with a team that looked like they were going down a horrible path with Josh McDaniels. You flipped it, and you turned yourself into a hell of a defense. Sydney's mom, heard she's got it going on. Can I get a Raiders? Rico, think your caps button's on. For Raiders not to interview any other elite available coaches, this feels wrong. If not, fire everybody who vouched for this hire. I'm tired. Here's the thing, Rico. I don't disagree with the idea that maybe you could have interviewed a few other people. But here's the one thing. They didn't get it wrong. You hired the right guy. I said before on this show, if the Raiders wanted to bring in a guy like Bill Belichick and sit down Bill Belichick and Tom Brady together, every single NFL team should do that. If you have the opportunity to sit down in a room with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and say, how'd you do it? You should do it. I mean, I'm actually blown away that the Raiders maybe haven't done it. But to me, if you know that you got the right guy, why risk it? Because I'm telling you right now, if Antonio Pierce would not have been the head coach of the Raiders, you could say goodbye to Maxx Crosby. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to Davante Adams. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to Jack Jones. Say goodbye. And then get ready because there would have been a lot more players to follow. And then whatever star player was ever going to sign with the Raiders, whatever star player would want to be traded to the Raiders, if they know that no matter what you say, it doesn't matter. I don't care what people say. What do you do for work? Here's a question that everybody should think about. What do you do for work? If you walked into work every single day and you knew that you busting your ass didn't matter to the guy that owned the Raiders, the company, whatever, you wouldn't show up to work as much every day, right? You'd be like, well, what the hell am I doing here? I don't want to work for an asshole. I don't want to work for a guy that should be in horrible bosses. If Mark Davis would have done that, considering what he did last time with a cancer like Josh McDaniels, this situation is totally, totally different than every other NFL team out there. Because the Raiders went their path with the Patriot way, with Josh McDaniels, brought in a cancer, there's no way that you can re-put the cancer back into it. You got rid of it. What up, Benny? Benny, shout out to you, man. Thank you for supporting the show. Mo, it's one of my guys right here. The same energy we put into getting AP hired, we need to put into getting a quarterback drafted. Excited for the next year. The video that I put out earlier this week, the Raiders need to trade up for a quarterback, and I fully believe that. To me, there is no explanation that you can possibly have that sits here and says why the hell the Raiders can't go out and go up and trade for a quarterback. I will say this, though, and I've said it for months. Had Raiders players tell me it 2 months ago. Maybe it's, I don't even know what the date is at this point. I'm black. No, I'm just kidding. It's like 2 months ago. I had a few Raiders players tell me we want Justin Fields. If Champ Kelly is the GM and the Raiders don't want to give up a bunch of draft capital, Champ Kelly was a part of that regime in Chicago that drafted Justin Fields. If you think that's impossible, buckle up. Savage Raider, we should all be lighting cigars. Let's go, Raider Nation. I don't think I can because I got a fire alarm thing right here above me. And if I set off the fire alarm and I ruin this studio, I think I could get away with a lot of things here at Chat Sports. I don't know if I can get away with that one. Let's go to Lego. The relief of my shoulders that Mark made the right decision. We're all shaking in our boots. I mean, it was to me, and this was the example that I gave over and over and over again. Like the Raiders waiting to hire. Sorry, I just got an update here. The Raiders waiting to hire Antonio Pierce. It reminded me of when everybody sat down and took a test, right? And when I say sat down and took a test, you're like looking at that Scantron sheet, and you know that the right answer is Antonio Pierce, and all you got to do is draw in the A. But the longer and longer and longer you looked at it, you're like, shit, maybe it is D, all the above. Maybe I should go with that. And then you're like, you know what, F, I'm going to go D, all the above. And then it's the wrong answer. They got it right this time. Joe Shee told my dad and brother-in-law after we beat the Chiefs that this would be the day the franchise finally changes. Today is for sure change. We back. When the Raiders beat the Chiefs, I stood up here on this show and I said, you need to hire Antonio Pierce. To me, that was the number one, and I mean number one builder, right? Like, you're putting that at the top of your resume. You're 3-1 against the AFC West. That's what you're looking to do. Also, it is been, I believe now it's official, the Raiders are adding Marvin Lewis to their staff. So one of the things that I said was very important in my perfect Raiders offseason plan, go check it out last week, was one of the most important things that the Raiders could have done was to add Marvin Lewis to their front office. And the reason why I say that is because if you think that the way Jack Jones worked out was the right move, awesome, right? That means you trust Antonio Pierce. The next part of that is if you believe in Antonio Pierce, you got to believe in a lot of things that he does. Marvin Lewis is a well-respected head coach, but he's also a well-respected talent evaluator. And if you're AP, you know that your resume isn't that strong. So what's the smart thing to do? Bring in other people that have other great resumes, somebody like a Cliff Kingsbury, somebody like a Marvin Lewis. And Chip, there's certain people on this show that when they pull up, man, it's almost like an awesome family reunion. Paige is one of those people. Paige Davis! Bang! What's up, Paige? Let's go. Great news to open up my phone to. It's going to be a great season for Raider Nation. Paige Davis pulling up here to the scene. What's up, Paige? I got a beer bong for Paige. What's really cool about this show, and what I like to tell people is this. When somebody does something like this, right? When Paige sends in $100 of her hard-earned money, when David Zahn sends in $1,000 of his hard-earned money, when OC Raider, Justin Abgen, I don't care who it is. The show, the way that this show was designed was when somebody does something, y'all do it. If I'm doing a beer bong, everybody does it. Because I know this. I've been to Oakland many times. There is no way that only somebody's doing a beer bong by themselves. And what's crazy is we got 3,000 people watching right now. If 1%, think about this, if 1% of the 3,000 people that are watching this show right now, 30 people, said, you know what? Let's go. Popped open a beer bong and took one down. Imagine watching 30 people rip a beer bong together. Like, to me, that's a memory that I would cherish. Like, and when people send in a hundo, when people bang, when people do goat-ass shit like that, it does. It makes me think of people in Oakland tailgates just having a good time being around people that you might have just met them, but as long as they're rocking that silver and black, you feel like they're family. Paige, this one's going out to you. Shout out to your dad as well. He's an absolute GOAT.
Let's go, Paige. Let's go. Jimmy, Nitty Gritty Joshua, the General. But it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't stop there.
It doesn't stop there.
Rebel Montana! Rebel Montana! Bang! What's up, Rebel? The drama is over. I am happy Mark Davis hired AP, and he is a true Raider. Marianne and the Prison Joe wanted to congratulate all the Raiders fans. They wish the Titans would do the same. Shout out to Rebel Montana, man. I'll do my 2 victory shots at the end of my shift. Shout out to Rebel Raiders. But wait! Abel Beloso. Bang! I'm driving right now. Don't do a beer bong. But I got to get my bong in. LFG Raider Nation. Let's go, man. Ebel, you know what? I'm feeling good. Chip, you got a beer bong in you? Let's go split. No, you're good. You could stay there. Yeah, you're good. If you want to go split from here on out, let's say this. Chip told me he's putting his drinking pants on. Chip told me he's putting his drinking pants on.
I got the pants on.
You got a beer bong in you. Does anybody out there have a beer bong in him?
Rolly said yeah. Rolly
said he's got a beer bong in him. I love to see it. You know why? Because I got a first-time super chat coming in right now, and it's a banger. It's an absolute banger from the Noti Gang King himself, Free Fly Jedi! Bang! First time super, and I couldn't think of a better effing reason. Raiders! Free Fly! Dude, I'll tell you this right now, man. Free Fly, always a part of the Noti Gang. Anytime I put out a tweet, anytime I put out anything on social media, Free Fly is one of the very, very first people to do it, man. Oh, man. This is fun.
Yes, sir. Someone said looks like you feeling good, baby.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty litty right now.
How could you not?
The Raiders, I talked about it about 30 minutes ago. The Raiders already moved on from Bo Hardegree, but it is now being reported that the Raiders are essentially going to move on from their entire offensive side of the football staff, which Josh McDaniels' staff, which is a good thing. And it sounds like that they're going to try to keep the entire defensive side. Now, here's the only thing. Patrick Graham has not been confirmed that he's coming back. Patrick Graham has an interview to be head coach with the Seahawks. He's had a few different head coaching interviews. I would never wish, obviously I want PG back, right? Like, I think we all want PG back. But at the end of the day, you can't wish that if he has an opportunity to be a head coach, bottom line, he's got to take it, right? If you had an opportunity for any viewer out there to put a better roof over your family's head, to put better food on the table, just to better off your career, I'm always going to wish better of that. So, PG, it's all love here, but believe me when I tell you, I'd love to have you back. Free Fly. Let's go. All right, Rolly.
Let's go, baby.
Come on, Roll Dog. Rolly's holding up a finger. I think that was a pointer.
He said it'll be right there.
I think that was a pointer finger. Though, Smitty, if he gets any closer to his computer, I'm a little bit worried. It's actually
Back it
scary.
up, Smitty.
Smitty's so blind.
Just zoom in. Just zoom in on your computer.
This is literally Smitty at his computer right now. It's horrifying.
Are his legs crossed?
No, only Sperry sits down when he poops with his legs crossed.
Oh, well, look at DK over here. DK's got her
I'll
legs
say-
all on Cullen's seat.
Oh, dude, DK looks like she could use a beer bong. DK, you want a beer bong? DK wants a beer bong. Next
You got your
hundo.
feet on Cullen's seat, man.
Next hundo that comes in, DK's doing a beer bong. I made a deal for her. I made the deal for her. Let's go. All right, I got one poured up right now. Let's go. Let's get this thing going here. Chip. Come on now, Chip. What do you got? You're a Coors guy, right?
Coors, Miller, you know.
Coors
Whatever
guy.
you got. Coors.
I know. I'm not really a big Coors Light fan.
Water. Yeah, it's water. It's water. It's water.
Coors from?
Where's Coors from?
Denver.
The mountains. You see these mountains?
That's,
No, I've never heard of Coors.
Not as blue anymore.
what did you hear?
Coors.
Coors.
What?
Guys from Pennsylvania got it.
Coors Light.
It's Coors.
Is it Coors or Coors?
It's not Coors.
How do you
That's
say
what
it?
I said.
How do you say it?
Coors.
Coors.
There's no U.
Are you saying Coors or
There's no
Coors? Petey, do you think you could really help me with this Pam situation right now?
It's a Pam, that's for sure.
Is it Coors Light Type 1 or is it Coors Light?
I love every salmon.
What are you saying? That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, what you said the first time is not how you
Coors Light.
Coors. Coors.
No, how you said it was Coors.
Coors Light.
Oh, God.
That's not it? Am I going
I
nuts?
don't know. I think we're going crazy.
Next thing he's going to tell me it's Mueller's Light. I mean, I don't know. You got Mueller's Light, Bud Light,
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Bundesliga.
All right,
Bud
is
Light.
it Coors Light or Coors? I can't even say it the way that you were saying it. This is the whole Jaguars conversation.
Oh, let's go.
Is it? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. All right, here we go. We got a beer bong going. Who's doing a beer bong with us right now? If you are, spam me down below.
Mitch, can I say something? Since it is official that Antonio Pierce is your next head coach, who is with me? We would have rather had Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels, head coach OC in Las Vegas next year. Who is with me?
If anybody sends in a $500 super chat, Rolly's going to do a boot for that stupid comment. Honestly, I can't wait because you just lost your OC for New England. Rolly's a Patriot fan, by the way.
That's a good thing.
I can't wait for McDaniels to be your OC again.
He's going to be in Atlanta.
He's going to be the OC.
Oh, hell
He's going to be
no.
the OC in New England. Everybody get those F-rollies in.
F Rolly.
Oh, Zahn. Zahn, I did say no boots. Unless Chip thinks he can buckle up, but we'll
What are
see.
the rules?
Rules here on the Raiders Report are
You didn't know.
if you got the jersey on and a hundo comes in, it's a boot.
That's a rookie move.
I might have one in me.
You might. He
I
says
might
he
have
might
one in
has
me.
a boot in him, Zahn. For today's MVP, Chip, if you can buckle it up a little bit, let's buckle it up.
Strapped in, baby.
Also, DK, go get a bong. Just go get one. I believe in you. Go get one. You got it. Come on, let's go. There's plenty over there. There's plenty over there. I believe in you.
Oh,
All
my
right, say it
goodness.
with me. Let's go, Bill Belichick.
Say it with me. Sack tap.
Ooh.
Sack tap. Let's go Raiders right now. F Rollies in the chat. Shout out to everyone getting this party started. Let's go.
Winner! Nick Roloff.
I'll tell you this. Next time you do 8, 9 beers and I pull up and do one, I'm going to claim to be the winner.
Winner.
Winner! David Zone Bang! What's What's up, Zone? What is up, Zone? Oh, man.
I got one coming for you in a little bit, Zon.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that noise?
What was
It
that?
sounds like, wait, it sounds like a fish. Sounds like a great tuna. Brandon Jasper! Bye! Chip, I need you to hold it down for a second. I got to go take my first leak.
Oh, yeah.
I got to go take my first leak. I'll be right back.
On the run. On the run. Type those bangs, baby. Time and the Buckeye is in here. What's up, man? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time, man. Jamito, Jimmy. David's on. David's on. I got to follow the rules, man. I got to follow the rules. So I got one cooking up for you, man. I got one cooking up for you. Time Man. Time Man is everywhere, man. Time Man is everywhere. Time Man is everywhere. Joe, Jimmy, Tyler, getting those bangs. Let's bang, baby. Let's bang. Rustin, what up, man? Fonzie, Queen Sarah Auto. DK, are you ready? We got JR. Willy Wonka in the chat. Phil, Gio, Cody, Robert, Raider Roger, Millard, Patrick B. Let's go. Let's go. Ron, Biz, driving. Jimmy said, who's going to be the next one to bang? Who wants to bang next? Who wants to bang next? Cece, Paul, Chad, Jacob, Tyler, Fonzie. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Dre, Juice. Keep the squad except for Jimmy G. The same squad, same exact squad, except for Jimmy G. David Zahn, baby. Wants a shot clock. We might have to make something happen. Might have to make something happen. Zahn, man. Oh, Ish, you did not miss the duck race. $50. $50 and you're in. $50 and you're in. And you can win. There's over $2,000 in the line right now to be won. Over $2,000 in the line to be won. You did not miss it. It has not happened yet. You're all good to get in still. Let's go, baby. Joseph. Nathan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, here comes Mitch. Uh-oh, Mitch. Uh-oh. It's not good. We're okay.
I thought my computer died. Nathan! Wolf! Bang! Let's go, Nathan. Hopefully my girlfriend says I'm the next one to bang. You know what? I don't know if I say bang and then it happens. That's probably the closest threesome I'll ever get. So honestly, Nathan Wolf's girlfriend, let's go. If you're watching right now, let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right.
People are saying you owe shots.
I owe shots.
Apparently.
Oh, all right, hang on. Can you go get me the fireball real quick? Rules are rules. See, that's the thing. Rules are rules from Brandon. Anytime I leave, we do 2 o'clock, aka shot clock. Yeah, that'll work. I'll tell you this though, you're gonna cut the live time a little down.
That's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna cut the live time down a little bit. After we get through some of these shots,
We can split them. Or are they all on you? Is that the rules?
that's
Rules are
so
rules.
like if you leave to go pee
Rules
and
are
they
rules.
come in every 10, you do it. If not, yeah. See, if I pour every shot, it's just going to take too long. Nathan Wolf, I owe you a beer bong. Zahn, I just poured him up a Zahn milkshake, so we'll get that going. But every 10 that came in, which was from who? Josh Melton, Brandon Jasper, and Rashissimo. That's 3 shots. I got my shot glass right here. Uno. Shout out to AP. Those. Gerard. Done.
Took me a second.
Honestly, not a lot of people get it. Some of the OGs do, though. Some of the OGs. All right, man. We got 2,000 people here in the building. If you're happy that the Raiders hired Antonio Pierce, hit that like button. Hit that like button right now. Also, the Chargers, they just completed their interview with Dan Quinn. Oh, man. Nathan Wolf, I hear you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to refresh my phone real quick. I got a lot of notifications about people wanting to be friends with me on Venmo. Fernando, it's on me. Michael, on me. Jacob, Juan, Kevin, Robert, another Robert, and then Rosario. I just added you all. So here's what we're doing. We're going to try to do the biggest 50-50 raffle in Raiders report history. The biggest 50-50 raffle in Raiders report history. I got to see where I left off because we have so many more. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, I think somebody's going to go home with like $3,000-$4,000.
You got to get in this.
Ryan Bass, Christian Perez. All right, here we go. Patrick B. You in. Ryan Campbell, you're a crazy SOB. Crazy SOB, man. Husker Raider, one of the frickin' OGs on this show. You in. We got Raider Ray in. This name I've never seen before. Kansas LARP.
Kansas LARP.
What is that?
Live action role playing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what LARP means, right?
LARPing?
LARP, live action role play.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm worried now. Marcus Harness in. Gary Chai, you in. We got Tyler Dance in. Cameron Abbott in. Luis Rod, that's my brother right there, in.
My brother.
Logan Cleaver in. Starfire Quinn, you in. Well, I'm not going to lie, I spelled that completely wrong. That wasn't even close. In. Jacob Lopez in. Matthew Lozano in. Tony Valone, you in. Ray Aguirre in. Elias Guzman in. Ryan Campbell, I'm just going to put you in. But Ryan Campbell really effed this thing up too. So if you guys want to give a shout, how about this? Spam Ryan Campbell down below for a shout out.
Let's go.
Because what Ryan just did, he effed the whole thing up. Anthony Green in. Michael Dominguez in. Mario Marino, you in. James Guevara, you in. I'm going to refresh my phone.
Robert, you shouldn't need a credit card for a Venmo account. I think you can just hook up to a bank account of any kind.
Correct. Gustavo Olvera in. Oh, the homegirl Paige Davis in. Matt Fluhey says, you know what, Mitch? Put me in twice. Matt Fluhey in twice. Javier Diaz, that's my guy right there. Which actually, Javier Diaz, I think. Wait, let me look here real quick. Hang on. I know I'm off screen. I know. I I think I just got 3 new Raiders jerseys that just came in. One of the jerseys that I just got, Knackered Irishman, if you're watching, finally, I got my Knackered jersey. I mean, this is like Christmas. I just got 3 new Raiders jerseys. We order so many at times that they put us on delay. I got my Knackered. Next one I got, Laz and Diaz. So this one goes out to Nico, and this one goes out to my man Javier Diaz. So Javier, if you don't already know, Javier served in the military. And Javier, you can tell your story if you want. Nico, though, was so inspired, who also was in the military. Also, happy 32nd birthday to Nico Laz. If you guys haven't already wished Nico Laz a happy birthday, make sure you do so.
Happy birthday.
But both guys were in the military, and I had a lot of family members also in the military. And essentially what Nico said to me was, hey, man, I want to donate a jersey to Javier Diaz, who lost a leg in the military. So for you guys, I got 66 up here. I try to get 69 for you both. But Laz Diaz, that one's for all y'all. Shout out to anybody that has ever served in the military. Nico, texted you earlier today, man. You know it's all love. And Javier, believe me when I tell you this, if people don't tell you thank you on a daily basis, they should. And then I got my man Luis Rodriguez here in the building. I got 3 new jerseys today. And let's go. Let's get it going. All right, here we go. David. I can see David De La O. You in. Jamari Murray in. I'm going to refresh one more time. All right, so as it stands right now, Brett, 88 times 50.
No way.
The math. There's no way you did that math that quickly. Yeah, Des Bryant. I can't hear. Yeah. Times 50.
4,400.
So right now, $50 Venmo to win $4,900. Right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, you got to split it in half.
All right, divided by 2.
4,400, 2,200 plus 5, 2,700.
All right, so 50 to win 27. So you got to give me the math. You got to give me the math. So $50 Venmo right now to win $2,700.
We're getting some. Mo is asking, say he didn't hear his name. Mo, what's your name on Venmo?
Mo Chavez, right? Mo? Mo. Is it? Hang on, Mo. I'm pretty sure I have Mo Chai in here.
I thought you had said.
Yeah, here's the problem. There's a lot of names in here right now. I see Gary Chai. Abgin's in again. You got to worry about Justin Abgin. Oh, my man. L.A. Crash Dog. What a freaking legend. All right, hang on. Mo, let me check real quick. Mo Chavez is in for the race. Now let me control F here. Mo Chavez, you in.
There you go.
Yeah, here's my honest thing to y'all. If you don't hear your name, you got to tell me, right? I try to scream out all the names, which is probably annoying for people that are just randomly tuning in, which, it is what it is. Trey Garcon in. Anthony. And I love Raider Nation. Let me just say this also. My fiance, she's Mexican. She's first generation Mexican. She speaks Spanish as her first name. She always laughs at me how I pronounce most of y'all's names. So don't hate on me too much for that. I'm just telling you what ends up going down. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. All
right, Chipper's ready. And Ryan, I'm going to do a beer bong for this. However, obviously, if you want to do a jersey raffle on today's show, Ryan, same to you, Zon. If you guys want to do like a jersey raffle, something crazy, or to the people that are in the chat, because this show is run by the chat. So one of the things that I've always thought about doing for our 50-50 raffle races is like, excuse me, we give first place like a cut. Give second place a cut. Give third place a cut of the 50-50 raffle. Okay? Are you guys down for that? Or with Zahn's donation today, we would give away, 2 Raiders Report jerseys. We got another donation. That would be 3 Raiders Report jerseys, okay? We can do more Raiders Report jersey giveaways, or do we do first, second, third, a little bit of a cut from this 50-50 raffle?
Alt idea. Put up a poll.
Yep.
How many ways
Yep.
do you want to split the 50-50? And then you run a duck race for that number. So if they vote 2, it's...
First, second.
No, I think you run 2 duck races.
And what? Whoever wins, you just take them out?
Take them out.
Okay. Hear me out. So I kind of actually like this idea.
But they still get to vote, so you put up a poll.
How do we split the money?
We have to decide that. Yeah.
You could do, like if they pick 2, you could just do 50-50 again. Or you could do like a tiering effect.
Calvert Reed. Yes, Mo's in. So, do we want to do a winner-take-all 50-50 raffle, or do we want to do it like multiple races where, let's say, I don't know, let's say we got what? Right now we have 93 people in, right? Hear me out. We got 93 people in. Do we do it where it's like we do like the first 50 people that send it in, they get an amount?
You could do it that way. Not what I was.
Yeah, see, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. That cookie looks good.
They're very good. They're
very good?
Very good.
Do we do a winner-take-all 50-50, or do we like...
Just say do multiple duck races.
Or do we do like multiple duck races? Tyler says winner-take-all. How about this? You make a poll. If you can explain it, you can do it. Because I don't really...
First want to ask
I need to understand the math.
Winner take all or do multiple races, or are we just...
No, that's what the poll is.
Yeah.
Let's make a poll.
How many raffles?
Like right now we have...
Let's do that. How many raffles? 1, 2, or 3?
Right now we have... Anthony was the last name that I saw get in. Then was Michael Allen in. Justin Gilbert in. Buck Kirk. What a name, Buck Kirk. In. Jeffrey Yost in. So we have 97 people in.
The people are liking winner take all early. It's early, though. It's early.
I mean...
New polls up. Go vote.
If there is a new poll up right now, how many raffles do we do? If you vote on 1... That's winner take all.
Yep.
If you vote on 2,
you have 2 chances.
You have 2 chances to win money.
To win less.
It'll be less money, but you'll have a chance to win money. Like essentially, if we're giving away, let's say $3,000, and if it's 2 chances to win, that means the winner gets a $1,500 and a $1,500. Yeah. Or if it's 3 times, then you divide that number by 3, and then you would have that number as well. So. Okay. 1,000. There we go. So if you guys want a winner take all, somebody's at this point paying a vacation or maybe a housing payment. If you want a really cheap car, you could even probably get that. I mean, realistically, we should just go Price is Right, find the cheapest car we can find right now on Car Gurus and get it sent here. You win yourself a 1999 Pontiac Sunfire. Let's go.
It's real close.
So whatever you guys want to vote on, go vote. We're either going to go winner take all for 1, we're going to divide the winnings by 2, or we're going to divide the winnings by 3 and run 3 races.
Wow. Real close between 1 and 3.
It's getting close right now.
1 and 3 is real
I'll tell you this, whoever wins the first race, they're going to be pissed if it goes to 2 or 3. Because they're going to be like, ah. But you know what? It's all good. We're trying to have some fun today. Whatever this thing lands on.
The same amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it lands on is what we'll do at the very, very end of today's show. I should also mention that Jeffrey Yost wants in again, and then I see Nick Lokenny, you in. So, 100 times 50.
5,000.
5,000.
Wait. Yeah.
Yep. So if you came in first place right now, you would win $5,500.
No, well, you get divided by 2 first.
Divided by 2.
2,500.
I know. I'm not good at this. You win 3,000.
3,000.
You win 3,000. So technically, if we went winner take all, winner would get 3,000. It's the largest one we've ever done. Or divided by 2, winner would get 1,500. Or divided by 3, winner would get 1,000. But we'd give 3 winners 1,000, 2 winners 15, or 1 3,000. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. If I were to vote, I personally would vote for the 3.
Give you more chances to win.
More chances to win.
And more people win. Still a ton of money.
I mean, if you went home today with $1,000 watching a Raiders Report show, watching a YouTube stream, I'd be like, that's freaking mind-blowing to me, right? I mean, it's just absolutely, positively mind-blowing if that ends up going down. Rodolfo, you in. All right, so just so y'all know, that one right there was officially in for 100. I'll say we can go up to 1,000 names, right?
Yes.
We can go up to 1,000 names. All right, so here's what's going to end up going down here on the show. I'm going to tell y'all what Ryan Campbell just did because it's kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. Nathan Wolf, you in again. It's kind of crazy. So, Chip, you can sit there, do your boot, unless you want to stand up.
I'd rather stand and do it, yeah.
Rather stand to do it?
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to push this. Then we're going to go full screen. And then you're going to do a boot. I'm going to do a beer bong.
Awesome.
Sound good?
Yep.
This one's rolling in from Ryan Campbell. Ryan Campbell. Let's go! Which means Chip's going to do a boot for Mr. Longzon, who's sending a 100 because rules are rules. And then my man, Ryan Campbell, I'm going to do a beer bong. Ryan, if you want. All right. Hey, guys, rules are rules. Rules are rules. Chip's running into the bathroom. If you want Chip to do some shots, every $10 super chat that we get here right now, Chip owes a shot. Every $10 super chat, Chip owes a shot. I see a lot of people saying Champ is our GM. As far as I am concerned, that has not been officially reported yet. If it does end up going down, hey, man, we're going to celebrate the shit out of that too. We will celebrate the shit out of that too. I feel so good right now. Like, more just from I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, I am happy. The fact that the Raiders did the right thing. That Mark Davis did the right thing. And, you know, when you follow the team the way that I do, when you follow the team the way probably a lot of y'all follow them as well, it's hard to be able to rally behind somebody like McDaniels because McDaniels didn't stand for anything that I believed in. McDaniels never stood for anything that the Raiders believed in. And, you know, for Mark to hire somebody like McDaniels, it was, I wish I could think of an analogy right away. Right? It's like hiring a vegan to be a spokesperson for, I don't know, cheeseburger company. Like, it didn't make any sense. And I think anybody that watched the show long enough knew how against I was of going out and bringing in Josh McDaniels. So when you have the hiring process that they have now, it feels good. It feels good. Chip, just so you know, you're going to owe 7 shots. You owe 7 shots to the nation. Now, Trivan said shots. Let's go Raiders. John Butson. My question to the nation out there is this. Do we make him do 7 fireball shots or 3 tequila? 7 fireball type 7 or 3 tequila type 3. And those are my rules because to me, I would rather do 5 fireball shots before I do 1 tequila. And it's just because I can't hang, man. I can't do tequila. I can't hang. Can't hang. That's a David Zahn milkshake, so that's 3 buds. It's 3 buds. I was going to give you some cures, but I couldn't pronounce it, so I figured we shouldn't do it. So my question to you is this. Do you want to do that, then the shots, or the shots, then the boot?
I'll do the boot, then the shots.
The boot, then the shots. Okay. All right, y'all. Today's been a good day for the nation. I think we can all agree they made the right hire. The Raiders made the right hire, and Antonio Pierce. We're here to celebrate, and as far as I'm concerned, if they hire Champ Kelly, we might be here a little bit longer. We might be here a little bit longer. So,
It's a great idea.
boot then shots is a bad idea. I don't disagree with you. My question to you is, what if we poured 7 shots into that boot?
I like that, actually.
You like that, actually? Okay. I want you. I think I had a shot glass. Oh, it's right here. Perfecto. Here, hold up that boot. All right, y'all. We're going to pour 7 shots into this boot. Uno. Dos. Honestly, this is not the route I would have gone. Gerard.
I like it. I'll just take it all down in one.
4. Well, there was a little bit of a
Ryan wants
5.
Rolly to do a boot for his $500 Venmo. I don't know about that.
I did say that, though. Hey, Brett. So, because Rolly was trashing the Raiders, and I said if we got a $500 Rolly to boot, do you have the authoritarian power to make Rolly do a boot? Brett's shaking his head yes. So, luckily, Rolly, hey, man, you're going to come on the Raiders Report here. You're going to talk some shit. If you want Rolly to do a boot, I want to see boot down below, boot race. Somebody send in a $500 for the Patriots fan to do a boot.
Oh, yeah.
Psst. Psst. I think DK is going to fill up the boot for Rolly. Come on, Rolly.
People want it.
Come on, Rolly.
Why do people think we look alike? I don't think we look alike.
I think it's because we're white. That's the only thing I can come up with. Like, he doesn't have a beard. Our hair's not even close. We're the same height. If I had a hat on all day, my hair would probably look like that. Rolly! Yes!
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go! It can be it can be whatever boot you want. It can be whatever boot you want.
Yes?
Yes, it did. Huh? Here, I'll show you. I mean, we did hit the gong. I thought that was pretty big. You do have your headphones in. It's in here somewhere. The problem is there's a lot of 50s.
I can show you on there.
Yeah, say if you want to show on there, it might be easier, honestly.
He believes it.
How about this? Just go get one. Here. Watch this. Come here. Come here.
We don't want to do
How do I do this? This is a nightmare.
A lot of fugazi going on.
No.
It's not a fugazi. The problem is we did a 50-50 raffle at 50. There it is.
Okay. It does say my name.
Oh, it does. No shit. There's no shit. It literally says, here, go, hold up that screen. It literally says, wait, a little down. Get it, Rolly. It does. Shout out to Ryan Campbell for being a freaking legend, man. Shout out to freaking Ryan Campbell for being a legend.
So me and Rolly are racing.
Dude, I'm worried. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
All right.
The people are saying you put 9 shots in there.
I did?
Apparently.
I have no idea how many I put. I thought I put 7 in.
We started talking and I was
I say, I lost count. I'm not going to lie to you. I lost count. Here's my deal. I'm not going to lie. This would hurt, but if somebody sends in a $500 Venmo, I will match Chip's boot with the shots. With the shots. That's a Davidson milkshake with the shots in the boot. You know why? Because I got to beat Rolly. And for people that watch this show a lot, you'll know that Rolly sometimes he's a bear poker.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
He's a pot stirrer. And the fact that he was talking shit, man, I kind of want to beat him. I kind of want to beat him a little bit. All right, so I'm going to refresh my phone to see how many people, again, are in this 50-50 raffle, which the last time that I checked, there was 101 people in this race. Juan Jimenez in. And then Alan Colin Davis. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Did DK do her beer bong yet? Hey DK, are you ready to do your beer bong? Yeah? All right, let's go. Oh, she just spilled half of it on the carpet. I wish you could have seen Brett's face when that happened. Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, all right, we're good then. All right, DK, let's go. Beer bong, you, me. All right, everyone, be nice. Everyone say hi to DK. DK is one of our newer people here at Chat Sports. We got a hundo earlier on the show for a beer bong. Cheers to you. Hopefully it's better than the first time. When you start, I start. Let's go.
Go, go, go. Oh! Oh!
Shout out to DK for pulling up and partying here on the Raiders Report. So you went happy, Dad. It's a little bit of this is the most money I've ever had in my Venmo account at one time. That's a hefty. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to tell you all right now, I'm actually concerned Venmo's going to hunt me down.
That's more money than I've ever had in my bank account.
I'm actually kind of concerned that Venmo's going to be like, what type of shit are you guys doing? I'll say this. I might have to send it in increments of
Chicken French.
I might have to send it in smaller amounts. I've had to do this before. I'll say this, the largest amount of money I've ever sent out on Venmo before to somebody else was a winner of a duck race, and then they spun the dreidel. It was a gimbal winner. It was $2,600. There's a part of me that wonders if I quit my job right now, I took that money home with me, I think I'd be okay for a month or two. Brett's like, don't even do that. I'm just kidding. Look how short they are. Imagine wearing a hoodie zipped up all the way.
Crazy.
That's insane to me.
See what it is? Heat culture, baby.
Heat. Yeah, it's... Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. All right, y'all. We got a boot race between Rolly and we got a boot race between Chip. What I need to know is this. Who you got? Also, Darvin, you in. If you're going to go with Chip, type C. If you're going to go with Rolly, type R. Who you got?
Probably in that 20 to 25 second range.
Who you got? C, R.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah.
I will admit, he's got 7 shots, maybe 9 of Fireball in that.
Yeah. See, all the real ones really know who to root for. I thought Ron Raspberry and I were closer than that.
All right, here's my question. I'm a deal maker. I don't know if you know that about me. I'm a deal maker. He's got 9 shots. If we did tune o'clock right now, 60 seconds, every 10 I pour a shot into that, are you in?
No, I'll go stuff further.
All right, I'm listening.
His chips is soft.
All right.
I know there's Fireball.
Okay.
I'll go tequila. Oh!
Tequila, what?
Shots. In there.
What do you mean?
I'm a tequila guy.
All right.
He'll match it.
I'll go grab my tequila right now.
All right, you go get your tequila right now.
Where are we starting? Right now?
I got to do this. I'm not going to do 10. That's not smart. Every 20, Rolly's got to pour a tequila shot in his boot. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've seen a lot of bad decisions made on this show. I've made a lot of bad decisions. That might be the worst decision I've ever seen happen.
You know why? It's because he has to watch the Heat play tonight, dude.
I mean,
Make it past the second round, shit.
All right.
I mean, it's going to be brutal.
Didn't you lose by like 30 the other night?
I don't even think that's a good decision. I see Freddie B down there in the chat. What up, Freddie B? Here's what we're going to do. Starting in 3, 2, 1. In the next 60 seconds, every $20 super chat that we get, I'm going to pour a shot, not Rolly. I'm going to pour the shot into Rolly's boot. I'm going to pour a shot into Rolly's boot. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Duncan's in the chat.
Duncan's an OG, man.
That's Husky Hoops, baby. Husky Hoops.
Driving! Number 1! Bang! Let's go! Oh, Allie says hello to Duncan.
And Duncan only.
Only Duncan. Only Duncan. I don't know if his name's Tim. See, my problem with tequila is honestly more the smell.
Another one.
Joshua Garcia!
Another one.
Another one. There's a 40 S2, baby.
Another
There's
one.
another one.
Oh, dude, you're in trouble. Fat Bearded Dad wants 2.
Another from Troy. There's another from Justin.
Yeah, this is not going to be good for you. We're going to run out of space. Trivan.
You had no reason to do that.
You might as well put in some PTO. Abjin. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
I don't even know if
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more. No more.
Can his liver get
I mean, I want you guys, this boot.
how are you going to even, like,
Can you see how? I don't think we can fit anymore, actually. Yeah, Rolly's in trouble. I want y'all to rewind 2 minutes ago how confident Rolly was, and now I want you to see how confident Rolly is.
It was his idea. Completely. It was completely your idea.
You can't underestimate the nation.
No one told you to do this.
You can't underestimate the nation. All right, so here we go. We got Chip's going to take down a boot. This is 3 beers, David Zahn milkshake, Bud Light. There's somewhere between 7 and 9 Fireball shots. We're actually not sure how many are in here. And then Rolly's got a Happy Dad. If you don't know what Happy Dad is, Google it. Happy Dad's easier to drink than Bud Light. However, tequila, in my opinion, is worse than, what, Fireball? This smells like lemon lime. And tequila. That smells awful. I think you're honestly going to get all the tequila at the top.
I don't know if he's going to finish this.
That's going to be tough.
I'll finish. I don't know.
I always finish.
All right, who you got? Type R for Rolly. Type C for Chip. Here we go.
I think the biggest issue for me is going to be the takeaway here.
What?
I'm not sure how. You have to, like,
I'm going to have to start.
You got it. You were so confident.
I'm going to start slurping first.
Yeah, Rolly's definitely a slurper. There's no doubt in my mind. I want to see nothing but C's in the chat.
I think I got to, you know what this is all about? Low man wins.
low man wins.
I think low man wins.
I don't want to see spillage over there, by the way.
Yeah, no
That's why I
spillage.
think I took off my white.
No spillage. No spillage.
There is going to be some liquid falling down.
No spillage.
There is going to be.
If there's any spillage on your sweatshirt, you owe me an extra shot. If there's any spillage on your jersey, you owe me an extra shot.
For speed, or are we going for?
I want a clean race, Rolly. I want a clean race. That's all I want is a clean race.
I'm gonna go
To the 1,500 people right now, I love y'all. Let's get this thing going. Racers, start your boots. Get set. Go! Who do you got? This is better than a duck race. We got Chip over here to the right. If you're going to go with him, type C. He's got 3 Bud Lights and 7 to 9 Fireball shots. Over here is Rolly, who has got 3 Happy Dads and a lot of tequila. And I'm actually impressed with how much Rolly has been able to take down. Though, I see a little bit of drippage, so he's going to owe me an extra shot. Chip over here is doing his best that he can do. There's a lot of Fireball in there. Rolly's trying to put it into him a little bit. Rolly with the dub. Chip, you got it, though. Come on, Chip. Come on now, Chip. Come on now, Chip. I'm not going to lie, that's not easy. For anybody that don't know, put down 3 beers. You're good. Oh, man. If anybody feels like there's a garbage can right here. All right, you can go. You're grossing me out. You can leave. You can leave. Yeah, go to the bathroom. All right, Chip's going to have to step off real quick. I'll tell you what, that was, I don't know if I should clap. I don't know if anybody won that race. Rolly won, but he's hurting a little bit right now. So, hey, guys, we're here live right now. We're celebrating the fact that the Raiders just hired Antonio Pierce. So there's some weird shit going on in the background right now. A little bit of shenanigans. But you know what, man? Amanda Garcia, Rolly said mama raised no Mitch. I'll tell you this right now. I was rooting for Chip, but sometimes real got to recognize real, and that was really impressive by Rolly. I'm not going to lie to you. When tequila gets involved, I can't do it. And the fact that he just did that the way that he did, that was wild. I also see Jesus talking about Marvin Lewis. Yes, it is expected that the Raiders are going to hire Marvin Lewis to be some sort of like senior personnel type of role. So just keep that in the back of y'all's mind. Hey, guys, we are 100 likes away from 3,000. I hope that Antonio Pierce sees this. I really do. I know the fact the Raiders watch this show, and I want to be able to get these numbers up. Michael. Oh, boy. Michael Dodge, you in. Darvin Goodrum, you in. Chip will be back sooner, maybe not rather than later, but he'll be back at some point. But, oh, man. Regina Johnson says ETA on the duck race. How about this? Since there's a lot of people waiting right now, and it's kind of calmed down a little bit. How about when Chip gets back, we do the duck race? Does that sound good? When Chip gets back, we will do the duck race, which means this is going to be your final call to get in. The Las Vegas Raiders hired Antonio Pierce to be the head coach of this team, and I'm happy. I'm excited. I think it was the right move to go. Okay, I think we can all agree. I think it was the right move to do. 105, Brett. 105 times 50. 105 times 50. Divided by 2. I can't see it from there. 105 26 plus 500. All right, so right now the winner would go home with 3,125. However, based on the chat right now, they want a 3-way. So we would divide that number in 3, and we would run 3 races. If you win, we would take your duck out of the race. So basically a little over $1,000 right now we're going to give away to 3 people, which I think is better for me because if I were to send over $3,000 to somebody on Venmo, I think I might actually get in trouble by Venmo. Also, Nathan Wolf Bang! What's up, Nathan Wolf? What is up, Nathan Wolf? Let's freaking ride, man. Nathan Wolf. This guy's an absolute legend. So, Chip, bro, you need to do a duck race for a Raider fan to join you live. Bring a real Raider hype man. So, Nathan Wolf, I'm kind of glad that you bring this up. Let me just say this. There is a 2 just win baby chance that Chugs and I are going to be out in Vegas for the Super Bowl. And there's going to be an opportunity where if anybody's ever been to an Xfinity Live, if anybody's ever been to a Texas Live, and what's crazy is on New Year's Day, Chugs and I talked about what our plans were for 2024 and like where I want to take this show to the next level. There was an opportunity, there is a chance that we're going to be able to be in front of a large amount of Raider fans doing exactly what we do here now for the Super Bowl and then for the 2024 regular season. And it's not going to be me doing the beer bongs. It's not going to be Chugs doing the boots. It's going to be all of y'all. And anybody that pulls up and shows up for attendance that says, you know what, I want to hang out with Mitch and Chugs, watch the Super Bowl in person. I want to hang out with Mitch and Chugs in person, watching a Raiders game. And then it's going to be all y'all in person. If you show up, you're going to be the one pulling up here to the Raiders Port doing a beer bong. And it's going to be... man, I've done this show for a long time. This is probably one of the most exciting things that I've been hyped up about, and this show is about to hit a whole nother level in the year 2024. So I hope you guys are ready. Nathan, I owe you all a beer bong. Get some APs down below. And then final call. How many more super chats do we have to roll through? Are we all caught up?
Not even close.
All right, let's roll through some supers. Once we get through all the super chats, then it's duck race time.
All right.
Nathan, cheers to you.
Manny, Red Eye, Sienna, Brian, diehard Raider fan, all typing their APs. Type those APs if you're excited, man. Antonio Pierce.
It's the right hire.
The right hire.
It's the right hire. Byron Reed, you in. Byron Reed, you in. This is the most excited I've ever been for a duck race in my life.
This is going to be insane.
This is going to be iconic. I'm telling you right now. We're going to give 3 people today over $1,000. Like, this is the closest I've ever felt to Mr. Beast. Now, Mr. Beast would probably do more than 1,000, so maybe I'm like... What's the opposite of, like, not the opposite of a beast, but what's a lesser beast?
Mr. Not quite a beast, but you're like a...
I don't even know the right word.
I don't know.
What is, like, a lesser version of a beast? Mr.
That's way too low, though.
Who?
He said Mr. Guy.
Mr. Guy?
That's way too low. I feel like that's not good enough.
Yeah, see, what's better than a guy?
A man.
Man, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
All right, F it. Let's go. I'm Mr. Man today. Mr. Man. A gremlin. That's actually funny. That makes me think of, like, there's like a beast, there's a gremlin, and there's like a Furby.
Savage. Mr. Savage.
All right. Either way, Mitchosaurus Rex.
All right.
I love dinosaurs, but I don't know. I have a really dark joke that just came to my mind. You guys want to hear my dark joke? Y for yes, N for no.
I'm typing my Y's.
Chip's going to type his Y's.
I'm typing my Y's.
I'm just going to tell you, though, right now, when I do this show, this is a very honest conversation a lot of times that we do, and A lot of times, the later and later these shows go, the weirder and weirder it gets. Okay. So here's what I want all the guys to do, okay? I want you to go up to your wife, significant other, girlfriend, whoever, and I want you to look at them in the eyes, and I want you to say, if you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? Chip, if you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Probably. I think it'd be cool to be a pterodactyl.
You'd be a pterodactyl?
I like that idea.
So here's my joke. I want you to look at your significant others. If you don't have a significant other, call up your dad. I don't know if I recommend your mom. Somebody that you feel like can handle a joke. Ask them, what type of dinosaur would you be? And when they give you their answer, you go, no, that's not the right answer. You know what, Chip? You would be a megasaurus.
A megasaurus.
A megasaurus. Brett didn't like it. It's kind of a dad joke, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's the first thing that came into my mind.
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting something way worse.
A megasaurus.
That's a dad joke.
I'm a dad joke guy.
I was ready for something way worse.
Way worse?
Way worse. The
Yeah.
way you built that up, I was ready for something that was like...
That's Chip's nice way of telling me it wasn't a good joke.
It was a dad joke, though.
It was a dad joke. Yeah,
Like, that's what it is. There's a difference.
If you guys want the dirtiest joke that I know, I can do that right now. Brett, can I give my dirtiest joke that I know? Doesn't involve cursing. He gave me a shrug, which I'm guessing means okay. Luis liked it. All right, if you guys want the dirtiest joke that I know, we got to get to 3,000 likes. And when I say dirty joke, it's dirty. I think it's funny, though.
I'm sure it's hilarious.
I think it's one of my favorite jokes. Like if somebody were to come up to me on a street and say, "Hey man, I'll give you $100. Tell me a joke right now and make me laugh."
This is what you give.
This is my joke. Like this is my Lickalotopus. You send in a super chat right now your dinosaur name and we'll get it going. 5 likes away from the best joke that I know. And you guys can say it's your own joke. Go for it. Raidersaurus. Hey, you know what? It's not a bad one.
Megasaurus.
Megasaurus. If you were a dinosaur, you'd be a megasaurus. All right, we are 1 like away. Who's going to be like 3,000? Who's going to be like 3,000?
1 away.
Who is it going to be? Once we get there, I'll do it. We are 1 like away. 1 like away. Also, Pete Olgin, I think I pronounced that right, you in. Okay, we just got there. All right, Chip.
Let's hear it.
This is a dirty joke. I'm just going to warn y'all right now. If you got kids around, you don't want them to hear it, it's fine. Don't let them hear it. We're all adults here, though, hopefully. Why does Helen Keller masturbate with her left hand?
Why is that?
Why does Helen Keller masturbate with her left hand?
I have no idea where you're going.
No idea.
With this.
Do you guys know why?
Why?
Why does Helen Keller masturbate with her left hand? It's so that she can moan with her right. That's the best joke I got. It's a bad joke. I'm not going to lie to you. It's Bradley got it. Bradley got it.
I've never heard that before.
There you go. You can say that. To me, if somebody came up to me and said, "Tell me a joke, and if you make me laugh, I'll give you $100," that's my joke. That's my joke. Grade the joke A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know down below.
Nah, dude.
It's Queen Sarah Otto. Mitch, did you know Helen Keller had a dog? I've heard this joke before, and I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no. And then the reply is, neither did she.
Dude, the Helen Keller jokes are just...
Yeah, it's, I'm not proud to say it. Back in my early Twitter days, I was a big fan. Helen Keller used to have a Twitter account. And it was interesting.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people who don't believe Helen Keller was
blinder.
Was legit.
Yeah. Which,
Who's to say?
I mean, I don't know, right?
Really
Like,
say?
there's a lot of, this goes down an interesting spiral.
That's a long, winding road.
There's a lot of ways that we can go about this. So here's what's going to happen, y'all. I'm going to go through every single super chat, and then we're going to do our duck race.
Sure.
Sound good? Let's go. Sizzles. Who do you think is coming in now that AP is head coach? I think it's between Ed Dodds and I think it's between Champ Kelly to be the GM. If I were to be in that room, the OC would be Cliff Kingsbury. And the reason why I'd bring in a guy like Cliff Kingsbury is because he has had coaching experience, but also has been able to show that he can run a good offense, an air raid, a spread offense. And to me, that's what I want to see. I want to see the Raiders go more spread. I want to see the Raiders do an up-and-coming type of offense. So to me, Marvin Lewis is going to come in. You're probably going to either hire, like I said, Ed Dodds, Champ Kelly. Kelly's still meeting with the Raiders. This one's been going on for a little bit, but a lot of areas to go. Give me Cliff, though. Let's go to Snorlax, one of my favorite Pokemon. I believe Snorlax. You had to play the Snorlax flute. Did you ever play? Are you a Pokemon guy? Out of the original 151 Pokemon, how many do you think that you could name? I'm not going to lie.
Off the top, not very many.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I guess I could say this. If you showed me a picture of them, I think I could go 151 for 150.
Oh, if you show me pictures, I could name most of them. But just telling me to name them, there's like almost no shot. I can name more than like 20.
I'm not proud of this. I know more Pokemon than I do presidents, and it's not close.
I could probably say the same thing. Yeah. I'm going to be honest.
Let's go to Mark. What up, Mark? Haven't been this excited for a Raiders move since the Adams trade. Mark, I agree with you. And you know what? I don't do this very often. But I got a Mount Raider more chat going on right now. What's up, y'all? All right, Zahn liked the joke. Zahn had to call me and tell me he liked the joke. Everybody say what's up to David Zahn right now. Tri-Van, turn your camera on.
Turn it on?
Yeah, Tri-Van, turn your camera on. Don't be lame. Bro, Tri-Van's got some, he's got some full-on handlebars right now. If you guys want to say hi to Tri-Van and David Zahn, all you can see is Zahn's double chin. Say hi to Zahn and Tri-Van. Some of the goats here. Also, Chris M., you in. Now, Mount Raider Moore starting to pull up here.
Yes, sir.
We got a group chat here with Mount Raider Moore. Got my man Wild114 pulling up here in the chat. Appreciate everything you guys do for us, man. We got a lot of fun. Feels good to have AP back, man. It feels good to have AP back, man. Tri-Van, you got to keep growing that thing until it starts touching your testicles. I believe in you. Another month. Only a month. If you grew that thing to a month, that would be... Zahn's choking right now. Zahn. Yeah, I can't do that right here. All right, y'all. I got to go. I love you. These guys are crazy, man. Can't Walk. Can't Walk's one of my OGs, so I actually got to meet Can't Walk back in San Diego. Probably back in 2019. Was one of the coolest people, one of the most inspiring stories I've ever seen. Let's go, AP, Raider Nation for life. Ricardo, AP, baby. Let's freaking go. We're going to keep rolling through these bad boys. Jarrett, I'm so happy that Mark Davis is finally hiring Antonio Pierce. I was getting nervous. Go Raiders. Go freaking Raiders, man. Nathan, Jaden Daniels time. Then who do you want as OC? If you brought in Jaden Daniels, I'd probably say Clint Kubiak might be a better hire. I would be curious to see how Cliff Kingsbury would work with a Jaden Daniels run type of offense because it's more spread. And I don't know if I would want a spread offense with Jaden. Another under-the-radar OC candidate would be Greg Roman. And Greg Roman was with the Baltimore Ravens on some of the better Lamar Jackson years. And I don't want to put Jaden Daniels in a Lamar Jackson offense where he's just going to run a lot more. However, if you're going to draft Jaden Daniels, you got to let him run. Like, I don't want to have I'm so afraid to let him run that I'm not going to put him in running situations. If you're not going to let Jaden be an athlete, don't draft him at all, right? Like, let him use his legs. If he gets hurt, you took the risk. You took the risk of drafting a quarterback that has the ability to run. There's that extra chance that he ends up getting hurt. But I'm telling you right now, I think Greg Roman would be an interesting candidate. Cliff Kingsbury would be an interesting candidate. The passing game coordinator for the Rams would be an interesting candidate. Clint Kubiak. JR, what's up, JR? I haven't been this happy as a Raider fan in decades. Just imagine where we might have been this year if AP was our coach from the start. The way that I want to look at this is I'm not going to sit on here and I'm not going to talk about the past. I don't want to bring up McDaniels anymore. To me, it's the future, and the Raiders are moving in the right direction. Cheers to you. Dr. K. Cheers to you, my man. Unforgivable 661. Trade for Justin Fields or trade up in the draft for, say, Jaden Daniels. The problem with this idea is I think you got to pick one, right? Like, if you're going to lay out a blueprint, you're either going to trade up for a quarterback, and the problem is I don't know if the Bears trade number 1. I don't know if the Commanders trade number 2. I don't know if the Patriots trade number 3. And if you can't trade into the top 3, you don't trade at all. Now, on draft night, it's a different story, where if one out of the top 3, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, if they fall out of the top 3, and then number 4 is sitting there, Arizona Cardinals, you trade up to number 4 to the Arizona Cardinals, ASAP Rocky. But if one of those 3 teams say no, you can't trade up to number 4 with the chance to get your franchise quarterback. That can't happen. If all that doesn't go the way that you think it can go, and if I'm the Raiders, I'm hopping on the phone right now and I'm trying to trade in the top 3. If everybody's telling me it ain't going to happen, then plan B is Justin Fields. And if you don't think it's Justin Fields, then you need to wake up. I've been saying it for 2 months. If the Raiders can't trade in the top 3, the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2024 will be Justin Fields, who's got a great connection with Champ Kelly. Savage, this signing reminds me of something Al Davis would do. He always took risks when everyone would truth with their head. Sometimes you got to go with your gut, right? And you can look at Antonio Pierce's resume, and it's not as good as a lot of other resumes. But sometimes you got to trust your gut. And right now, my gut's telling me I got to go take a leak. Ashley, so how do you trade up? What do you give up? So, Ashley, I actually have a few trades, Chip, that might be built in Raiders to trade up to 1, 2, and 3. But I talked to a really good NFL draft source, and to me, you know, when you do this job, as long as that I have done it, you start to get good sources, right? You start to talk to people. One of the most highly respected people in the NFL draft world told me that, and he's going to be at the NFL Combine this year, told me that based off this year in the quarterback market, it would take 3 picks this year. So the Raiders 13th, 44th, and 77th pick this year. 3 picks next year, so their first, second, and third next year, and then a starting caliber player to move up to number 1. And what I always tell people in that is, I know it sounds like a lot, right? I know it sounds like a lot. Can you just add starting player to that? It's just what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to give up more because of how confident teams are in Caleb Williams, because of how confident teams are in Drake May, because of how confident teams are in a guy like Jaden Daniels, right? And this trade here is based off of the biggest trade ever in NFL draft history, right? Which is where the Los Angeles Rams traded up to number 1 to get Jared Goff. And in that trade, I believe that year, which it's also made if you can bring it in, ended up costing the Rams to go up to number 1 for the Titans. It was a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a second-round pick, a third-round pick in that year's draft, 2016. And then in 2017, it was a first and a third. I believe off the top of my head is that's what it was. So to me, it's going to cost a lot. And the way teams evaluate trades and the way that teams evaluate draft picks is the more picks you give them in year 1, that's more valuable. Because think about if you're an NFL head coach, your job's not guaranteed the next year. Your job's not guaranteed 2 years down the road. So you're willing to take as many picks as you can get. Perfect. This was the trade that the Rams did with the Titans to go up and take Jared Goff. So the Rams got the number 1 overall pick. They went from 15 all the way up to 1. The Titans got 15, second, third, and then the following year, a first and a third. So if the Raiders are willing to do something along the lines of this, which I would be willing to do, I'm not going to lie to you, because if you get your franchise quarterback, right? Like, if you drafted Caleb Williams, he turns into Patrick Mahomes. If you offered the Chiefs right now 10 first-round picks for Patrick Mahomes, they'd laugh at you. They wouldn't trade him for 20 first-round picks. If you offered the Bengals, right, 10 first-round picks for Joe Burrow, they tell you to go suck it. Like, when you find that guy, it is worth way, way more than this. And if you're Antonio Pierce, you have the most power that you're maybe ever going to have is right when you get hired. Lay out that blueprint, AP. Put it on the table. Let them know what you want. To trade up to number 2, it's probably going to cost something like this, where it's a first and a third this year, a first, second, and third the following year. And then if you were to trade up to pick number 3, it would be first and a third this year, and then a 2025 first-round pick. That's just based on price. That's based on, right now, based on the trade value chart for the NFL draft. Now, this could change, right? The Raiders can go in a different direction. NFL teams go in different directions all the time. Bottom line is, if you want to trade up, you're going to have to pay. It's a risk. Life's a risk. Gambling's a risk. But if it hits, it's worth it every time. Let's go to Lucky King. What are the set-on AP contract? I do not know. I do not know what the Antonio Pierce contract is. If it was up to me, though, if I were to give AP a contract, I'd give him a 3-year deal. I'd give him a 3-year deal because based off of my knowledge here, let me look at something real quick. Based on my knowledge here, if I'm going to build around Antonio Pierce, right, I'm going to build around Maxx Crosby. I'm going to build around Davante Adams. So Davante's got 3 years left on his deal. Maxx Crosby's got 3 years left on his deal. If you're going to speak up as a player and say, hey, this is the guy that I want, guess what? I'm going to tie you guys together. So AP, you tie him to Maxx Crosby, you tie him to Davante Adams. 3-year deal. On top of that, I give extensions to Robert Spillane, Malcolm Kuntz, Nate Hobbs, Marcus Epps, Trevon Merrick on the defensive side of the football. Those guys get 2-year extensions. So then it is Maxx Crosby, Davante Adams, those 5 years, those 5 players that I just mentioned. You give them contract extensions, and you tie all of them together. Like, if I'm going to do this AP experiment, it's not going to be a 1-year thing. It's not going to be a 2-year thing. Give him 3 years. Let him do his magic. Let's see what can happen. However, you're in win-now mode. The fact that you hired AP, this isn't a rebuild, okay? If you were to hire a Jim Harbaugh, rebuild. If you were to hire a Mike Vrabel, rebuild. The fact that you brought in Antonio Pierce, it ain't a rebuild. This, to me, is a playoff type of move. You're going for the playoffs this year, and if you don't hit the playoffs, that is probably a lackluster type of season. If the Raiders don't make the playoffs next season, and people always ask me, Mitch, are you going to be as hard on AP as you were Josh McDaniels? Yes. All I care about is winning. You could hire Mickey Mouse for head coach. If he wins, I'm going to celebrate Mickey. Hell, I might even celebrate Minnie if you win a Super Bowl. If you don't end up making that playoffs and you don't end up winning the Super Bowl, then I'm going to be coming for you because that's all this thing is about, winning. Jacob, this is such a great hire, Super Bowl bound, hire champ, get a good OC, keep Grand, trade that pickup, go get Jaden or Caleb in my opinion. Jacob, I agree with you, brother. Let's go to John, though I'd go get Drake May. John, is that Chugs with glasses? Unfortunately, it's not. Chugs was not able to get in today. It's all good. Oh, he's talking about Coop. That's how long ago that came in. That's a 2-hour ago super chat. All right, we're going to keep it rolling then. Curtis Bishop, can't wait to tell my Bronco fan coworker to be worried for years to come. Bo Hardigan was fired for the new OC. Hope like in 10-year step plan. I agree. Let's go to Mario. My boyfriend is watching you. His name is Levi. Shout out to Levi. Boss man. Raiders. Mark Davis is learning his inner self. His like Raider Nation talking. If you see your super chat up here on screen, all I could ask you to do, take a screenshot, post it on IG, and tag me. Every single person that sent in the super chat today, what I'll do tonight, maybe tomorrow, We'll see how tonight goes. It's a little blurry right now. If you tag me on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365 and you send in a super chat, I will share it on my IG, okay? This thing's about growing the nation more and more. Tyler, time to celebrate. Tyler, man, we've been celebrating all freaking night, man. Kris, shout out to you. Let's go to another one for Kris. Straight out of Vegas. Crazy mother sucker named Antonio from the gang called Raiders with attitude. Not only was Antonio Pierce a Raider, Antonio Pierce was the right hire. I have no idea how to pronounce this name. Iguns? Keep up the good work. Iguns, I salute you. What's up, Mo? I sent my 50 and didn't hear my name. That was a while ago. We've clarified that. Mo, you in. Ryan James, Bo Hardigree already released. Correct. It's going to be Cliff. It might be Cliff. To me, I think Cliff's the most likely candidate to be the OC. PG, F yeah on break. PFT said Coughlin will be AP advisor. Thoughts? I'm okay with it. Like, Antonio Pierce respects Tom Coughlin a lot. You got to remember, Tom Coughlin was the head coach of the New York Giants when they beat the New England Patriots. And if I'm the Raiders here and if I'm trying to beat New England, you got to be able to do everything New England just did to this franchise for the Raiders, and you got to be able to replace it. Like, Tom Coughlin is a smart football mind. For you to be able to get a team like the New York Giants to win a Super Bowl, not once but twice with Eli Manning, that's a good football mind in my book. Adam Martinez, hey guys, happy for Raider Nation. AP is a great hire for y'all moving forward, in my opinion. So Adam is one of our OG watchers here. He's actually a Texans fan from Chugs. And big game for you guys tomorrow. I wish you nothing but the best. If you guys want to tune into Jeremy, he's going to be live tomorrow on our Texans channel here at Chat Sports, cheering on Houston. I hope they win. Let's go to Aggressive Masterator. What role would Marvin Lewis play on the staff? Advisor. He would be an advisor, nothing more than that. Jose, Mitch, seeing reports that Marvin Lewis will be on AP's coaching staff. Correct. It is an advisor type of role, and if you're a guy like Antonio Pierce, these are the people that you need to be able to bring in. You know that your resume is not complete. You know that you don't have all the head coaching experience that a lot of these other teams have. However, what I love about this hire, you don't bring in a John Gruden that tries to run everything by himself. You don't try to bring in a Josh McDaniels that has a God complex that thinks, I can do everything by myself. You're going to bring in a guy like Antonio Pierce who is humble, who says, you know what? I'm going to bring in as many people as I possibly can, and I'm going to try to do what I think a lot of people do. You get as many people and their ideas together. It's a democracy. Let's talk about it. Let's hear it out. It's not a dictatorship. It's not whatever John Gruden says goes. It's not whatever Josh McDaniels says goes. It's not that. It's going to be a good conversation, which is how good businesses, which is how good organizations, which is how good countries freaking run. Let's go to OG Bloodstain. Only thing that can make this better is trading up. If the Raiders trade up, oh, dude, I'll be the happiest man alive. Antonio, Raider Nation, give up to the lightweight Mitchell. Just kidding, bro. Keep chugging them down, Antonio. I think I got the strongest liver in the galaxy. I think I do. DJ, LFG, hired AP. How much for you to light up a cigar? Here in studio, I can't do it. And I honestly, this is me being real with y'all. If I light up a cigar, like I said, there is a smoke alarm right here, okay? Smoke alarm right here. In order to replace all the equipment we have in here is probably close to $50,000. So I'd say if somebody sent in a $50,000 Venmo, I'd light up a cigar right now. Fair. Brett says it's even more. So one of the computers that runs all of our graphics, that alone is a $50,000 computer. You add in everything else. All right, so it's probably $75,000. So technically I'm cutting you a deal. $50,000 Venmo, I'll light up a cigar with the chance that, not even a chance, this shit's going off and we're going to ruin everything in here. Raider J, I love this move. Now we needed a computer and an OC, and we are on our way to the playoffs and Super Bowl. You got to put everything else together. TJ, next year will be our year. I feel it in my soul. I want to say, you two matter to our team's success. You are appreciated, Raiders for life. There's like today's my off day. For those of you that do not know, Chugs and I, we work a lot. Chugs is off today. He's doing his own thing. He's got, and Just like anybody else, right? Like you plan things on the weekend and sometimes shit pops up. Chip today, he's got a whole bunch of other shit. He's going to have to stay super late tonight to finish all of his stuff. But here at Chat Sports, we're a team. Like we're doing all this together, but we do it because we care about y'all, right? Like as soon as this shit happens, guess who I want to party with? The nation. Akash, who do you think will be our OC? Cliff Kingsbury. Barbara, shouting out to AP. What's up, Barbara? Rashissimo, finally, Mark Davis does the right thing. Brandon, all right, now I know where we're at. Rules are rules. David Zahn did a shot clock. That was for Chip to do his boot about an hour ago. Josh Melton said tuna time. Let's keep it going. Hefty, I'm not going to lie, I wanted Harbaugh, but always said if we keep AP, I'm happy. Still an A-plus job. I said the same thing. Like if you were to hire Jim Harbaugh, I'd be happy. If you were to hire Antonio Pierce, I'm a happy camper. To me, the Raiders went with the right move here because I don't think people understood what would have happened if they would have hired Harbaugh. And some people say, not a big deal. Crosby would have left. Davante Adams would have left. And it would have created a major snowball that I just don't think people would have wrapped their mind around what would have happened. It would have been a lot of pressure on Harbaugh. He would have had some draft capital, no doubt about it. But then if that happens, what star player is ever going to come to your team if they know you don't give a shit about him? That's a big thing, man. Crash Dog, what's up, man? Just woke up. David, hey, Mitch, you've been critical in Trevon's play the past couple of years. Do you think we trade him? No. I mean, I guess I'm going to say you didn't watch this show a lot this year because I was critical of Trevon Merrick's play his first 2 years because he wasn't all that good. I've listed Merrick as an extension candidate now for months, so if you're just tuning in, hit that subscribe button. Trivan, what's up, Trivan? John Butson, AP is our next head coach. My baby shower is next weekend. Mitch and Chugs are killing it on the Raiders Report. Life is good. Congratulations to L Raider number 60 here for our Raiders Report jerseys. If you've ever seen somebody that dress up as Al Davis at games, it's my man, John Butson. Vic, take a shot. Raiders just hired, baby. Sean Forbes, who do you think it's taking so long for a GM? I think there's some conversations going on right now with Champ Kelly. I don't know. I was kind of hoping before I left today that they would hire a GM. If they don't, they don't. If they do, I might have to make a quick VOD or somebody else might just have to, get a call to the bullpen here. Trivan, we've already done, just so y'all know, we're catching up on a lot of these. We've done all these shots. We've done all the drinking. Joshua, you asked for it, Rolly. Exactly. That's a long time ago. Fat Bearded Dead. Well, guess we need to shit on Rolly not to run his mouth about tequila shots in the nation. Shout out to FBD. PG, let's go. Trivan, another one. Justin Evgen, another one. Suicide, another one. Nathan, load it up and pull the lemon in your eye. Lemon or lime when you do shots? Thick boy. Lime? Lime guy. I'm saying. Thick boy. Just got to Vegas and saw all the news. Let's go, thick boy. Darth Fat Ass. This is at the dinosaur joke. Wow. Sonia. Keep it going. Sonia. Rich. Was 10-year Gruden, 6-year McDaniel the worst in the league? It's probably up there. I mean, that's really bad coaching. But again, when you're a billionaire like Mark Davis, that's probably like you and I saying, you know what? If anybody owns a business out there, it's probably the same thing as that. It's you hiring the wrong employee. Yeah, you're going to lose money on that deal, but guess what? You're going to be okay. Edwin, Apri bringing that swag and heart back, wanting to be a Raider. AP for the culture. I agree. Sonia, I truly believe that you manifested the firing of Josh McDaniels and now the hiring of AP. It wasn't just me, though, right? Like, I will always say the nation we got to be together, right? And there's always a lot of times a lot of split in the nation on social media. But when we can all rally together, we can be a loud voice. Like, I got a big platform here, but I got a big platform here because y'all have decided to hit that subscribe button to be able to all join us in. And I don't take this lightly. I know that I have a voice in the nation. But the reason why my voice is so loud is because your voice is so loud. And one person by themselves is not loud. You get my voice and then you add 160,000 Raider fans in. That's a loud voice. Arguably louder than the Coliseum. Maybe not louder than the Coliseum. Hershey, What a name. With AP now hired, you see him trading up in the draft. I hope so. To me, the two most likely quarterbacks to be the Raiders next season, Justin Fields and then Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Top three. Beatbox. Last one. Media happy for us, but asking why so confident in AP. I've already given this reason multiple times. He reminds me a lot of great head coaches out there, but I'm confident in AP because the team's confident in him, because he has shown this season, if you can turn a team that was run by Josh McDaniels and turn that into a winning franchise, I don't really need to see what else you could do. When you make Patrick Mahomes have arguably the worst game of his career, I mean, what more confidence than you need? So here's what's going to happen, Chip. I got to take a leak. Rules are rules, man. Rules are rules. Rules are rules. So here's what's going to happen. Here's going to be your final call. Okay? Final call for a chance to get in our 50-50 raffle, which, as it stands right now, Pete was the last name I got. So Kris M, you in. Julio Quinn, you in. $50 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365 to get in. I see one more super chat. And then, all right, let me go pee. Chip, you got it. You're good.
All right, last chance to get in. Last chance to get in. Last chance to get in. TJ Parkinson, I know we drank. I know this. But let's drink one. Here you go, buddy. All right, last chance. It's what? The pot was up to like... Well, so the poll question we have here. We asked y'all if y'all wanted to do a winner take all, if y'all wanted to do two people, two different races, or three different races. Ended up being three races won, 52%. So we're going to do three separate races. Each winner is going to win about $1,000, a little over $1,000. And that can increase with your last chance here to get in. So last call, $50. You see the Venmo on screen there. You scan that QR code. And any $10 super chats that come in right now, it's a Mitch shot. He's still going. He's in the bathroom, so. You want to make him take a shot, send those in. But last chance to get those Venmos in. You'll have three different chances to win. You're going to have three different chances to win over $1,000 for $50. You want to talk about odds? That's pretty decent right there. That's pretty decent right there. So last chance. Have they named their GM yet? They have not. The Raiders have not named their GM yet. Let's hire Mitch. Mitch would do a great job. Mitch would do a great job. There's Josh. Just making sure I'm in. I heard Joshua, but not my last name. Plus shot clock. Yes, so shot clock. Joshua, we'll confirm when Mitch is back. He got the list there, but I'm pretty sure you heard Joshua. I'm sure that's you. I'm sure that's you. Champ Kelly. Everyone wants Champ. Champ was in the building. Anthony Black. I'm from Lehigh Valley, not far from you. Oh, yeah, Lehigh Valley. How did you even know where I'm from? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Lehigh Valley, not very far from me at all. That's wild. It's not going to happen. We need to face the franchise QB. No choice but to trade up. I don't think you have no choice. I don't think you have no choice. Could I see it happening? Yeah, but to say you have no choice, I don't know about that.
And we're back. All right, hang on. I just got to send a text to Alex. So I'm just going to be real with all y'all. With all this like stuff going on with the Raiders, I actually kind of feel bad for Alex. Like, I've been telling her, like, we can't do anything on Monday night. Can't do anything on Tuesday night. Can't do anything Wednesday night, Thursday night. And it's just because this might sound lame, but one of my biggest fears when you do a show is, like, imagine you're sitting down with your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever. You're out at dinner, and then the Raiders hire Antonio Pierce. You know, and my job, I got to go, right? Like, I got to leave. And you don't want to leave your significant other at the dinner table there. So, like, literally, like, the last, like, 4 nights, I've been like, we can't do anything. Like, we're staying in, not doing anything. As long as it goes, like, I'm not leaving. Like,
makes sense, yeah.
I mean, one of those things. So tonight I'm taking Alex out for dinner. I think she deserves it. I think she's been through hell and back for the last few days. So I'm just gonna tell her to please get ready. We're going out to dinner. So shout out to Alex.
Take notes, fellas. Take notes. Take notes.
Ah, dude, wild. Take notes is right. Shout out to Alex. Can we get some Alexes down in the chat? Can we get some Alexes down in the chat? And how about this? I'll make you guys a deal, okay? This is only for Alex and Alex only. For people that watch this show a lot, if you guys want to buy Alex a drink tonight, $10 Venmo. You send in anything, and if it says Alex, I'm going to put that towards our dinner tonight. So you guys let us know. Sonia, Matt Fluhey, Sienna, Yoda, Taino, down there in the chat. Lord Cameron, final opportunity.
Last chance.
Final opportunity. All right, let me see here. All right, let me look. Julio was the last one. And then we got a few more. Matt Fluhey in. Danielle Sanchez in. Victor L.E.D. Esma in. L.A. Crash Dog in. Sonia Lopez in. Roy Garcia in. Oh, man. Hector Ortega in. Serquan Hardy in. Tim Galtine, I don't know if I pronounced that right, in. All right, final refresh. This is going to be an interesting one, man.
By the way, the three different races won the poll.
3 different races won the poll. So we're going to split it in 3.
Yep.
All right, we're going to split it in 3. So Brian Folsom in. Brian Folsom in. Let me just make sure this is right.
We're going to need you. We're going to need you.
Okay.
All right.
This is it.
What's the math?
The math is, so I'm telling you, just take this off screen or else they're going to keep rolling in here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're about to do not 1, not 2, but 3 duck races, okay? Also, shout out to today's MVP as it stands, David Zahn. You're going to win yourself a hired AP jersey. So, as it stands right now, it is 119 times 50
59.50.
divided by 2
29.75 plus 500.
Yeah.
plus 500.
34.75.
Divide that by 3.
Each race, 1,159.
All right, so each race is going to win. Let me see it. I got to need to see it.
1,159. Round up.
All right, we're going to say $1,160.
Works.
The winner, we're going to do 3 races, okay? So that means 3 people are going to win $1,160. Okay? $1,160. 3 winners tonight. Shout out to the nation for pulling up. Shout out to the nation for having a hell of a time. There's going to be 3 people that go home with $1,160. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. I'm going to send you all the names right now. Anything else that I get in on Venmo, anything else that I get on Venmo, if it's $100 Venmo, I will do a beer bong. If it is not $100 Venmo, that is going to go into Chuck's fund to help him get into Barkley. I mean, you've been saving up for college, right, for your kids? I've been saving up for Chuck to get into Barkley. I mean, I'm trying to help him get to that next level. I'll tell you this right now. If Chuck could ever say one word, I'm a billionaire. If your dog says one word, I think you're making money. All right, if I could get Chuck to say Raiders, I could retire right now. A thousandaire. Oh, man. Let's go to Tank. Are you still going to be live Sunday? Tank, you know it, man. FKCs, man. We're going to be live on Sunday. Chiefs-Bills football game. FKC. You already know. Josh, just making sure I am in. I heard Joshua, but not my last name. I might have just said Joshua. If you want to control F that piece. Here, how about this, Joshua? I will look. Joshua Melton. I will look. So I do have that. I got one from you. Let me see. This is what you need to do. Is there a Joshua in there? I see Joshua. I have a Joshua Garcia. Not Joshua Garcia. It's the Joshua right before Robin Charles. Joshua Melton, you're in. Joshua Melton, you're in. I put you down as just Joshua. I didn't think that we'd have two Joshuas, but we have a Joshua Garcia. If you want to put him as Joshua Melton, he is right after Robin Charles and between Jamari Murray. Okay. This is going to be I'm telling you right now, I'm excited. I'm an excited human being right now. This is going to be electric. This is going to be electric. What? No, I think we're good. Let's go to Raider King. Raider King, AP for life. Rules are rules. And then after this, y'all, I'm going to skedaddle on out of here. If the Raiders end up hiring Champ Kelly, I'm just going to be real with y'all. If the Raiders end up hiring Champ Kelly, I'll probably just make a VOD from home. Or I'll do something tomorrow. We'll see. I'll do a VOD. If they hire him today, I'll probably end up doing a VOD. Raider King. Josh Melton. All right, so here's how this is going to go. There are 119 ducks in this race. There's a pretty good chance that you might not see your name, okay? Just going to be real with you. If whoever the winner of this is gets $1,160, we're going to take then that winner, we're going to take him out of the race, and we're going to do another race. That second race winner is going to win $1,160. We'll take that winner out, and then we'll do another one, okay? So, good luck to everybody out there. Good luck to everybody out there. 1 minute. This is going to be kind of insane. If Champ Doe does get hired, I do want a VOD. Chugs, I might tell you to do it. I'm not going to lie to you. Might have Chugs do the VOD. We'll figure it out as time goes. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The winner of this race will get $1,160. Matt Fluhey's got a lead right now. Watch out for Raider Ray. Now he's starting to fall back a little bit. Mitchell Renz. Mitchell Renz. If I win, whoever comes in second, you get the money. Kansas LARP in an interesting spot. Ryan Campbell right now is the duck in the lead. I'm just going to tell you, there's going to be a lot of ducks that you're not going to see your name, unfortunately, because of how many we have. Nico Les, Ryan Campbell, J. Queso Martinez, 18 seconds to go here in this race. Matt Flew here with the lead. Ryan Bass, Brian Folsom. The winner gets $1,160. It's Ryan Bass. Watch out for Dance. Rob Fravor, Mario Moreno. I have no idea. Matt Fluhey. Matt Fluhey with the win. Here's the thing. That's only race one. So any Matt Flutie ducks, which I actually think there were multiple Matt Flutie ducks. Multiple Matt Flutie ducks. Take Matt Flutie out. Take Matt Flutie out. Matt Flutie, you have just won. Matt Flutie, you just won $1,160. Quack, quack. Matt, I need you to confirm with me that you just received $1,160, which now means here's race number 2. So hyped about AP, best Raider news in a while. I like the idea of Fields. I think it depends. It depends on Champ Kelly. It depends on this whole Raiders thing that's ended up going down. All right, here we go. We're going to do another race here, number 2. That means the amount of Matt Fluties that were in, there were like 5 or 6, is what I'm being told. So Matt Flutie had a few ducks in that race. Congratulations to you. We're going to run another race right now. Matt Flutie just commented on Venmo, said that he got it. Flutie down in the comments said that he got it. Tyler Dance said $50 for 1,000. Wow. Matt Flutie, congratulations, brother. You just won $1,160. Here's the thing, though. If we would have just done winner take all, hey. But no, for everyone else that's in. I like this, honestly, more. I think I'd like to be able to do this more often. Right? Instead of just one guy winner take all, let's bless 3 people's day. Okay, so the winner of this race gets $1,160. Ready? I got a burp. There's a burp. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. An early lead here for Serquan Hardy in a very interesting spot. Watch out for Salvador Mena. Watch out for Goodrum, Cameron Abbott, Starfire Quinn, Paige Davis out here to an early lead. Now LA Crash Dogs down here. Now we got Chris Stewart. 38 seconds to go. Winner of this race gets $1,160. Ryan Bass in the lead. Michael Dodge. Watch out for Carlos here. Watch out for Couples. Matthew Lozano. Patrick B. Mount Raidermore. Gary Chai. Nick Loken. Oh, man, now they're starting to fall back here a little bit. I'm going to say Justin Gilbert's got a lead. Is it going to be Justin Gilbert? I thought UConn was about to pull up. 10 seconds to go. We need a duck to make a move. We need a duck to make the move. I don't know. I think it's going to be Sean Couples. Sean with the win. Let me make sure I spell this correctly here. Sean Couples. Oh, I spelled it wrong. What a disaster. Hang on a second here. Sean, I got to find you. Sean, I got to find you. Yeah, when you say top, like one of the first? Oh, Jesus. Let me look. Sean, I just found you. 1,000. Quack. Quack. Sean Couples. Can you please confirm with everybody down below that you just received $1,160? Who do we cut to save money for salary cap? Brandon Faison, that's $3 million. Jacob Bobenmoyer, bon voyage to you. I'm cutting Jimmy Garoppolo post June 1st, $13 million there. Hunter Renfrow post June 1st, that's about $11.8 million there. I'm cutting Brian Hoyer for the extra roster spot. There's another name that I'm forgetting. That I have a List 6 logo in my mind. I don't mean anything to y'all, but I got a List 6 logo in my mind right now. I got 5 out of the 6. You got 5 out of the 6. Sean said he got the money. Congratulations to Sean. So that means this. Our final duck race of the night for 1,160, or do we divide it in 2? No? All right, we're going to do it. 1,160 to the winner of this duck race. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it going here. All right, y'all, we've already given away. Matt flew, he won over 1,000. Sean won over 1,000. Who's going to win over 1,000 this time? Nathan Wolf, Paige Davis, Brian Folsom. Right now, I think UConn back there has got an interesting spot. Mario Moreno, Patrick B here at the very, very top. Pornlax Gonzalez. What a name. I love a Raiders jersey that says Pornlax on it. Justin Gilbert. Marino, Bayet Bill. Sonia Lopez. We are halfway through this. I'll tell you what. I think they have an advantage there. Watch out for Justin Gons, Edwin Gomez, Sonia. This is a very interesting race. Right now, it's Justin Gons here with the lead. Watch out for Jeffrey. Jeffrey out of nowhere. He slowed down. Is it going to be Justin? Oh, I don't know. 3, Rob Frazier. The first person to send one in. Rob Frazier. Dude, that was iconic. I'll tell you what, man. Rob, he's got a picture of his daughter in his Venmo account. You love to see it. Quack, quack, Rob. Make sure you get your daughter an ice cream cone. Anytime my grandpa ever gave me money, he used to always say, Mitch, get yourself an ice cream cone. Let's go to Nosy. Jaden Daniels is the next CJ Stroud. Mark my words. I'm going to be honest. I don't like this comp at all. I don't think that Jaden and CJ are nearly the same, but I could understand the idea of being able to wrap your mind around the next great rookie quarterback. To me, I have Drake May number 1, Caleb Williams number 2, Jaden Daniels number 3. Dude, congratulations to everybody that won. I'll tell you this right now. It was a really, really cool feeling to know that, man, we just gave away over $1,000 to 3 people.
Awesome stuff.
That's freaking iconic. Here's the thing. I got one more beer bong left in me. Okay? I got one more beer bong with me. Who's going to be the last person that bangs on this iconic show when the Las Vegas Raiders hired Antonio Pierce? So, I got one left in me. I got a wild cherry. When that happens, we're going to bang. We're going to sing closing time, and then I'm going to get the hell on out of here. If Champ Kelly ends up getting hired, we'll still create a video. I don't know if it's going to be me. I don't know if it's going to be Chugs. I don't know who it's going to be. It would honestly be great if it ended up happening now. Champ, if you want to get hired now, that'd be amazing. Every $100 that we get, I'm going to do my best to knock one down. This one's rolling in from Nathan Wolf. Bang! But wait, one for the road. Justin You know what, man? Hop up on screen here with me real quick, Chip. Let's do a beer bong together. Shout out to Chip today. Seriously, if you guys want a shout out on the show, you want a Happy Dad or you want a Coors? Or no, go get it. Go get yourself a Coors. Hap Dad? I think that's wild cherry, though. Yep, I got a few wild cherries up here. I'm a big cherry guy. I'm not going to lie. That sounds weird. I'm not going to lie. That sounds kind of weird.
Hold on. Someone clip that.
No, we don't need to clip that.
Someone clip that.
We don't need to clip that. I'll tell you
DK,
this.
get that one for the IG.
Nope. I would love for some Champ Kelly news right now. I'm not going to lie to you. If we got some Champ Kelly news right now, that would just hit different. It would just...
Wait, someone just said it happened. Are they trolling us?
I think they're trolling us. Yeah.
Why are y'all... Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen.
Come on, man.
Here's the thing. I'll know before y'all know.
That's facts.
Here's the thing.
That's
I'm going to know before y'all know. Let's knock one back here for Nathan Wolf, Justin Abgin. Legendary shit tonight, fellas. Legendary shit tonight.
That one's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy, and this is going to sound insane, I can only drink Happy Dads anymore at work. The other day when I was out at a bar, somebody was like, "Do you want a Happy Dad?" And this might sound weird. It reminds me of work.
You just don't want to drink.
I
the
love
same
my
thing every
job.
time.
Don't get me wrong. I love what I do. I love y'all. I love hanging out. But when you do like when I drink, I only drink Happy Dads at work because for those that don't know, go try them out. It's got electrolytes, 30% less carbonation, a lot easier to chug. You can drink way more Happy Dads than you can a regular beer. But when I drink a Happy Dad anymore, I'm like, it reminds me of work. I'm like, you know what? I drink so many Happy Dads in the week. I want something else. I see some check Venmos. All right. I'm checking. One of the winners. I actually just tried to send a message to this person on Slack instead of messaging you.
Don't worry about it.
Holy crap. What's up,
Get
Pete?
to work.
What's up, Pete?
You got a beer bong in your feet?
I got flamingo.
A flamingo?
You got a flamingo.
Let me see this.
It's my bird bong.
All right, 100 for one boot, or not a boot, bong.
100 for a
I gotta
bird
go live
bong?
at 6:15. So you got like
You got 2 minutes if you
minutes.
want feet to do a boot.
A beer
A
bong.
bong, that's what I meant.
No boot.
Sorry, Abby.
No boot.
I didn't get it. Yeah, no boot. We're near closing time here.
I
Let's
can't
just
believe I
say
lost
that.
to Rolly, dude.
I mean,
He's
here's
so
the
much
thing.
bigger than me.
I mean, here's the thing though. It was like his first. You know what I mean?
It was his first. He's also way bigger than me.
I mean, Chugs whoops me every day. So if it makes you feel any better,
Oh, I mean,
I step up to every boot race that I do. Imagine you racing against Usain Bolt every day. Like, you're gonna lose.
yeah. But you gotta think you got a chance though. Like I thought I was gonna win. And I'm gonna think that every time.
I respect it.
We call her Feet. That's her name.
Well, her last name is Barefoot, and I feel like I'd rather have 2 feet than just 1 foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what much you could do with just 1 foot, especially if it's bare.
Well, Robert, I did one, and he did one.
Yeah, we just did 2.
Yep. So we're all caught up here. Though I do owe one more because I just sent you something. We do owe one more. Lil JT says Mitch for GM. I appreciate that. It means a lot, honestly. I would love, okay? I mean this. I would absolutely love if the Raiders said, "You know what, man? Hey, we watch your YouTube channel. We would love for you to be GM / what I do right now." Because don't get me wrong, being a GM in the NFL is obviously a major opportunity. But I don't know if I would trade it in for the relationships that we've been able to build and grow here. Like, to me, I feel like, there's something that I heard last year, and it's always going to stick with me. You die twice. You die when you die, and then you die when it's the last time somebody mentions your name. That stuck with me. I feel like I will live longer for that second one if I stay on the show compared if I'm the general manager of the Raiders. I feel like the relationships that I've been able to build here are awesome. And money's cool, right? Everybody loves money. I work, Chip works, y'all work. We work for money. But at some point, you got to always wonder, like, what about that legacy? I feel like I'm going to be able to build a cooler legacy, build more relationships here on the Raiders Sport than I probably could being a GM of the Raiders. Now, if we want a Lombardi, it might change. If we want a Lombardi, it might change a little bit. All right, man. You hear that? This one's rolling in from Matt Flew. winner of our duck race. So Fluhey just won 1,160. He put 100 back in. You got to respect it.
Gotta respect it.
You got to respect it. Fluhey, you're a legend. What's up? No, you're good. You're good. All right, this one's for Fluhey.
Fluey. Let's go. What a day.
What a freaking day, man. Oh, little JT, it's a possibility that you could be chosen. I'm not saying this because I'm cocky. I'm saying this because it's the truth. If the Raiders would have listened to me and a lot of the things that we put out here on this show, we'd be in a much better spot. Can somebody go get feet?
Foot.
She just walked back into the studio.
Oh, she might be. She's live in 2 minutes.
She's got to be live in 2 minutes.
You think we can get her?
It's got to have to be quick. If not, you have to do it. If
Let me
you
go
can't
ask her.
get foot, then you got to do it. Sean John Sweatpants Bang! What is up? Sean John. It's all good, man. It's all good, my man. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna keep this thing partying. We're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. And Bare Feet's gonna come in here right now. Though she does have Uggs on, so just saying. Sean John, shout out to Allie for pulling up today. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. You got a show in a minute.
Woo!
If you guys want to go party with Allie, she's on our Celtics channel tonight.
Plug.
Oh, dude, I'm all about a good plug. Giggity. You want to go party with Allie tonight, go to our Celtics channel. She's literally late for her own live show. That's what you did, Sean John. She's late for her own live show. All right, y'all. Rich said either Mitch is 5'7" or feet is 6. I am 5'10". I am 5'10".
It was the angles.
I mean, Allie's tall. She's
Yeah.
my height. She's 5'10".
Yeah, she's tall.
She's tall. I would need Kanzuri's.
She's 5'8". She's not taller than me.
She's 5'8".
She's
I
not-
don't know.
I'm 5'9". She's not taller than me.
I'm 5'10" on a good day. If you look at my baseball records from back in college, 6 foot.
That's what everyone did
With
back in.
cleats, man. You gotta do it with cleats.
Hey, back in high school, I was 5'10", 170. I was really 5'8", 150.
Ah, dude, I'm so happy the Raiders hired AP. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. All right, y'all. I'm heading on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all to the moon and back. And here's the thing. If the Raiders end up hiring a GM, I will do my best to get you guys a video. I'm just going to be real. It's probably going to be at home. I know I said I'd go live for it. I was hoping that it would happen while I was here at work, but it's not going to happen. So the next time that y'all are going to see me live is going to be up against Chiefs, Bills, Sunday. We're getting live started an hour before kickoff, okay? 1 hour before kickoff. I got a really, really awesome deal going on that I think a lot of y'all are going to like. So the way that we got to do this is this. When we end shows like this, we do closing time. So I think it's closing time here on the Raiders Report. You ready? Okay. Closing time. Open up all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn on all the lights off over every boy and every girl. Closing Closing time. One last call for alcohol. So finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. Hey, y'all, man, hell of a night. Antonio Pierce is the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to say that out loud. If the Raiders end up hiring Champ Kelly, we'll get you a video here on the channel, whether it's me making a short, whether it's Chugs making a longer video, whether it's me making a video from home. But the bottom line is this. I love hanging out with all y'all. I love partying with all y'all. I love being able to just doing what we do, bringing it every single day. So hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications from me. Shout out to Chip from the entire Raiders Report, from the entire Chat Sports crew. I want y'all to have a hell of a night. Antonio Pierce is the Las Vegas Raiders head coach.